menopause, on how to work with menopause. Now, this is what we do annually before our mega sit-out. We have this Nigerian People's Party mega sit-out, which is coming up on the 17th of November, 2024. We don't only enjoy in EPP, but we also, give people some sense of belonging, tell them what they need to do to help themselves out of depression. So we observe that menopause this period was one of the things that were affecting people in terms of depression. So what we intend to do is to have this awareness talk show. So for us to call on our doctors, we need to have we have a moderator who will handle those parts. Our moderator is a chartered accountant, a certified information system auditor. She's the director of parastatal accountants and IT audits in Rivers State Office of the Auditor General. Please clap your hands for Loretta Davis Dimpa. Thank you, Loretta. Thank you, Loretta, for coming.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, EPP. Should I drop it?
Straight down.
But I'm audible enough?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me, EPP. Thank you so much. EPP is one party that the nomenclature is as simple as it is, right? Enjoyment People's Party. You don't need any explanation for what it is. So even the explanation Marcel has given us this morning, thank you, Marcel. But once we hear EPP, Enjoyment People's Party, we don't need explanation. We know what is done there. We know what we are coming there for. Whenever you feel like down, please, Marcel, what's the latest? What's happening? Let me join you. And the depression just disappears. Without struggle, effortlessly. Please, let's clap for EPP. Because when you hear parties like APC, this one, the other one, you want to understand. Are they Democratic or they are Republicans? But EPP doesn't need explanation, right or wrong?
Right.
Correct. Please clap for them again. All right, thank you for putting up this program. It's a very timely program at this time when we know that a lot of people have different impressions, different understanding of what menopause is. But before we start, please, can we move to one side of the hall?
Okay.
Is that fine? So that our pictures can look,
okay.
Please, this way, please. Thank you very much. Let's move to this part of the hall. As you're moving, kindly give, hello, sir. Blessed are you amongst women. Please come this way. Thank you very much. Thank you for your cooperation. So while you're moving, kindly give me your attention. In case you need to use the restroom in this place, just walk out of the hall, take your left, and then after the first door, the next two doors is either for female or male. Alright? Okay, thank you. So today we have this program, Menopause, what to expect and how to manage it. And we have some experts in our midst that will tell us about it, because we know little or nothing about it. That is why we are here. Kindly permit me to introduce our speakers for today. We have about 3 of them here. When the fourth person comes, I will still introduce her. Okay? In no particular order, please permit me to introduce Dr. Ebimobwere Solomon Apreala. Put your hands together for her. Yes. Dr. Ebimobwere Apreala is a staff medical doctor with Princess Medical Center, Port Harcourt. Please step out, Dr. Apriala. She's going to talk to us about exploring treatment options and self-care strategies. You're welcome, Dr. Apriala. Please clap for her. You know, anytime you see a medical doctor, you know you've seen someone that reads from the beginning of the semester. It was like that in our days. From day one, when we are still doing, oh, how was your holiday? Oh, I met you somewhere. They are in the common room jacking. I'm telling you. They are the only students. I don't know about now, but that was what we used to see. From day one, they are jacking, Dr. Prala. With all due respect. Please clap for her again. We also have with us the one and only ATATE Biobricks. ATATE Biobricks is a legal, sorry please, just permit me. You know some people when you see their CVs, you will just be intimidated. You start shaking. You will shake from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet. Please pay attention as I read this brief. It's a brief profile, but help me ascertain how brief it is by the time I'm done. ATATE Biobricks is a legal practitioner of 18 years post-call experience. She's a trained teacher, a trained gender advocate, a certified child protection specialist, an advocate for all vulnerable persons. She's also a chartered mediator, conciliator, writer, public speaker, mentor, trainer. She has been a participant and facilitator at several human rights and developmental programs. She volunteers with International Federation of Women Lawyers, FIDA Nigeria, and is presently the chairperson and lead volunteer of the River State branch, an organization poised to see the end of gender-based violence in the society. ATATE provides free legal services to indigent women and children who are victims of violence. She also volunteers with the Engrace Life Foundation, a foundation poised to see to the end or reduction of breast cancer in the society. She's a member of the Nigerian Bar Association, Degema branch, a member of Chartered Institute of Mediators and Conciliators, a member of the River State Administration of Criminal Justice Monitoring Council, a member of the River State Justice Sector Reform Team, a member of the Nigerian Association of Family Court Judges, Magistrates and other practitioners, and also a member of League of Women Voters of Nigeria. ATATE was recently appointed a member of the Governing Council of the River State University by the Executive Governor of Rivers State. She is presently a Chief State Counsel with the River State Ministry of Justice and is happily married to her sweetheart of over 23 years with children. Please, join me welcome. Join me welcome. ATATE Biobricks. You're welcome. Your counsel, you're welcome. Me Lord, is it me Lord? Me worship. You're welcome, me worship. Menopause. And the only thing I understood in all the grammar is that it is a natural end of menstruation. That's the only thing I understood, because there were some terminologies I just couldn't put together. But today, at the end of today, hopefully we'll be able to understand what menopause is. Thank you again, EVP. We are very grateful for this. And for now, let's have our first speaker. Is the mic working now?
Please join me as we welcome Dr. Emimobere Apriala. She'll be talking to us about the treatment, exploring the treatment options and self-care strategies for menopause. Dr. Apriala, you have the floor. Thank you. Please put your hands together. Put your hands together. Floor.
that will enlighten you concerning menopause, its management, symptoms, and how to go about the challenges that come with menopause. Okay, just as she said, menopause means the end of reproduction, and it's natural. It's not like a disease, something is wrong. No, it's natural. It means this is the end of your reproductive life. It means this is the end of your reproductive life. Now, people say, why does it happen? Why? You may have these questions like, why does menopause happen? It happens because it's the way God wants it to happen. I think that's the best explanation for it. And second, medically, this is the time when the body stops to produce estrogens. The ovaries, they've been producing puberty for ladies, for girls, for female child, starts around the age of 10, 12. And the estrogens are produced from there till in Nigeria or Africa, the time for menopause is around age 45 to age 55. That's the average age. So from that age 10 or 12, depending on when you attain puberty, your body is releasing estrogens. And estrogen is a hormone that is responsible for your reproductive life, coupled with other hormones. For estrogen, mainly, the withdrawal of estrogen and progesterone is what happens that menopause occurs. Some symptoms people notice. Another thing is people get like really severe symptoms while others get not really severe. But I would say a woman has attained menopause when she hasn't had a menstrual flow for straight 12 months. So, if you didn't have a menstrual flow for 2 months, you're not pregnant, you're around 48, and then suddenly your menstrual flow returned in the 3rd month, you have not attained menopause. So you're in the pre-menopausal stage. If you've not had your menstrual flow for 5 months, you are approaching 50, and your menstrual flow returns, you're not pregnant. After 5 months, you have not attained menopause. So it has to have stopped for 12 straight consecutive months. That's when you have attained menopause, medically. Now, when you attain menopause, it means you no longer have your regular monthly menstrual flows. That is literally what it means. No more regular monthly flows for life after that 12 months. You are not supposed to have any more menstrual flows after you have attained that 12 straight months. Now, if you see any vaginal bleeding after you have attained that 12 straight months, it means something is wrong. You need to go to the hospital and see a gynecologist. Some symptoms women observe include, I'm going to talk about 5 or maybe more, depending on how much time I have. Hot flashes, night sweats, difficulty sleeping, weight gain, depression, decreased libido, vaginal dryness. These are some of the symptoms women go through when they have attained menopause. It's quite a difficult time because for women, the hormones control a lot. And when these hormones are withdrawn, there are so many changes that go on in the body. Estrogen and progesterone produced in the ovary, they control cholesterol levels. That's when you start seeing the menopausal women adding so much weight. It also controls calcium absorption, so they start having some joint pains and stiffness. Now, when women start going through some of this weight gain, suddenly you're so fat. It's not like you're eating, you can't control it anymore. They start having some form of mood swings, depression, and they are no more happy. And just imagine, they no longer have their excitement for their sexual intercourse. Their libido is reduced. They will not be excited, they will not be happy. The heat flashes are very, very terrible. I see women complain like it's like they are burning from their bones, inside out. Night sweats. Some say if I don't sleep in the AC, it's terrible. I wake up and the whole shit is soaked in sweat. So, what do we do about these symptoms? Since they are natural and we cannot stop it, it's inevitable. We can start some hormone therapy replacement, or non-hormone therapy replacement. Some women cannot fall into the hormone therapy replacement team because they probably have family history of breast cancer, ovarian cancer, and they are at risk for thrombosis, thromboembolism. So this is the reason why we do not give such women the hormone therapy. So today, I hope that if anyone here is experiencing the menopausal symptoms, you have to check properly. Do I fit into the hormone therapy team or not? You have to consult with your doctors. You have to look at your family line. Am I on any medication, chemotherapy? Is there any family history of breast cancer? Is there any family history of ovarian cancer? You don't fit into the hormone therapy. Non-hormonal therapy. This is more like dealing with each symptom. It's not general. If you're having difficulty in sleeping, you have to start practicing some behaviors, behavioral practices. Every one of us has something we do that makes us sleepy. For me, if I sit in front of the television, 10 minutes max, I'm already sleeping. Not even sleepy, I'm already sleeping. If I pick up like some journals to read on my phone, I will sleep off with the phone hanging in my hand. So, some people have what they do that makes them sleep. Some other people say if I eat a heavy meal. Some people say if I take cold beverages, I feel sleepy. So you have to start behavioral therapy to know what do you do that makes you feel sleepy, and you have to practice it. Some people say I sleep and after 2 hours I can't sleep again. Why? Something probably disrupted their sleep. Maybe they have to use the restroom. So you have to reduce your fluid intake at night to manage going to the restroom frequently when it's bedtime, so you can have a good sleep. Some people with the hot flashes, you have to try to keep up hot environment. That's quite challenging because we're in the tropics. It's pretty hot in Nigeria. So you have to try to always be in a more conducive environment and more conducive clothing. You have to wear clothing that permits air entry. At night, people with the night sweats, try your best to wear minimal clothes, minimal, very, very little clothes. Or you're with your spouse, so nothing stops you from going natural. So, also, spicy meals. You have to reduce spicy meals because they make you feel hotter. And if you're already very hot, you don't want to increase the heat inside of you. People with the decreased libido or reduced libido, there are some fruits they say you can eat that helps libido. While I was preparing for this meeting and this talk, I happened to bump into one, clove. I didn't know what clove was. I didn't know what it was. Yesterday was the first time. I've never seen it in my entire life. And I realized that it helps. It helps. Clove, watermelons, or okra water. Okay, so that helps with the libido. The vaginal dryness is because of the withdrawal from estrogen. So lubricants are advised. Behavioral, you have some sexual behavioral practices, just like the animals do. When a man wants to have mating or coital with a female animal, some birds, they dance, they spread their wings. So such practices prior to coital is advised to help the body stimulate before intercourse, to help lubrication of the vagina. And it will also help reduce another symptom of painful intercourse. Because when the muscles of the vagina are dry due to withdrawal of estrogen, it's really painful during intercourse. So these practices, behavioral practices, can help stimulate the vagina more and release a bit of lubricants that would help reduce painful coital. Some other ways to help with the mood is what we are having here, social gatherings. People should learn to gather more with your friends, gather more, talk about what you're experiencing, share your feelings, share your thoughts, share your experiences. People should spend more time being together instead of being depressed. More outings, you can have small subgroups, maybe with your colleagues at work, maybe with your friends from school, from church, like a picnic. Once in a while, you can go alone. Sometimes you can go with your spouses. You can have time. All those gatherings will help with mood swings. It will also help with depression, because a lot of people do not feel good when their body changes. My consultant always says estrogen is the beauty of the woman. So imagine how beautiful you were when you were in your 30s, when you were in your 20s, and now you're in your 60s and you're like, gosh, look at my hand, very fluffy. Like, you don't feel good in yourself anymore. when you have these social groups, you talk about these things, you laugh about it, and you realize you're not the only one going through it. It's natural. It's natural. So it will help reduce all these symptoms of depression, mood swings, angry self, and all. Another thing is to get engaged. Get engaged in more activities. Get engaged. Maybe pick up a cooking book, start cooking. If you didn't have time and you love to bake, maybe you love eating pastries, get on a book, try pastries, try healthy ones, and have fun with yourself. Go to the gym. If you feel, oh, I'm adding too much of weight, go to the gym. Try to go to the gym with an instructor that will help you, direct you on what exercise to do and which is good for you. So women have a lot of joint pain, so not every exercise is good for them. You have to get maybe an instructor that will tell you, oh, this is good for you, this is good for you. I think with this, a lot of symptoms will be managed. I hope we have learned a little bit from my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bella. Thank you. At least I've got something today. She said something about estrogens and progesterones. It should be produced for us to have menstrual flow. And so, when estrogens and progesterones are not being produced again, the menstrual flow stops. Am I correct? Doctor?
Yes.
Thank you so very much. Please put your hands together for her again. So while Dr. Prala was talking, our fourth speaker walked in. Our fourth speaker is Dr. Joyce Okagwa. Dr. Joyce Okagwa Dr. Joyce Okagwa is a consultant pediatrician at UPTH and also a senior lecturer at University of Port Harcourt. Please put your hands together for Dr. Joyce. You're welcome. Please have your seats. I'll tell you something about this, my friend. You know, she's my friend. There's something about her she will hear today. I met this lady in about, I think, 1982 when we walked into Seashell Primary School to do primary 1. Am I correct? Since then, this one has been intimidating me. Ask me how. Nobody sees her back in class. Jeez. So from primary 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this woman will just intimidate us. If you see the gap, she will leave us. You know, then there was no award in maths, award in this one, award. It was one first position. So Joyce, even there, will just gather the first like this, and she'll be going. Before we will see her back, she has gone the other side. That was how this lady intimidated. In fact, only very few people have intimidated me the way this Joyce go. She's Joyce go. Now Joyce Okagwa. Very few people have intimidated me that way. Then when we passed out from primary 6, I was so happy. I said, God, thank God, no more Joyce go. Then I entered the report and I saw her. I said, Jesus. Then when we did, oh, what did you come to study? She now said, medicine. I said, Holy Spirit, I thank you. She's not in my class. She didn't know. She's one of those people on the first day of the semester, when everybody sees, say, oh, Agatha, welcome. All of us say, you're welcome. Joyce is in the... No. Joyce is also doing, you're welcome back, and you're welcome back. All the other medical doctors are in the common room. Joyce, she doesn't read though. Joyce takes that first effortlessly. Joyce, I'm not talking for your back. And so it happened. Then I've just been wondering, every time I see her with my friends, my departmental friend, I'll say, if you see this babe, fear her. The human being, the God that created this babe. It be like, say, no, the God will create us. Then, I've just been wondering, what sort of a human being is this? I don't know, she just does it effortlessly. Then recently, I posted our wedding anniversary. You will laugh today. I posted a wedding anniversary on my status. Then a friend of mine, now chatted me. You know this couple? I said, yes, so the babe is my long time, my personal person, way back. She now said, what this woman's daughter is doing to us in our school. Jesus! I said, what happened? She said, the girl will take geography, English, maths, chemistry, physics, biology, all their awards, only the girl will take up. I said, what is happening? I said, I laughed. I said, my friend, calm down, no. Not be today the matter. It's a generational blessing. Put your hands together for Dr. John. And again, maybe what you have not put in the girl is that, Papa on John, that's why they do. Please clap for my friend. I don't know if it is that girl there they were telling me about.
That's your daughter, eh?
One of them.
Maybe she's the one, I don't know. Please clap for her. The blessings of the God, it moves into generations. You're welcome, Dr. Joyce. So good to see you again today. Thank you, Dr. Abriana, again. We are going to have our own legal luminary talk to us, and she'll be talking about navigating relationships and work-life balance. Please join me as I welcome Agatha Biobrit. She's also my friend of over 36 years. Please clap for us. We are not bad at all.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let me also welcome you as a co-host. I have the right to welcome you to this event. Let me also welcome you to this talk on menopause. It's the menopause thing is not easy. My own problem is that now she has given us the menopause is when it starts after 12 months. What of those of us? I have questions for doctors. Me, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. I have plenty things to ask. Because my own menopause has been menstruating since I was 10. And I'm still menstruating, and it's still 26 days clockwise. But I know that one symptom I have is that I do not remember anything. I'll carry my phone, I want to call Kelly. Then I will open the phone, then I'll ask myself, who was I calling? Why did I go open this phone? That's the only symptom I've been experiencing. I don't remember anything anymore. I don't remember names. I don't remember what I want to do. The thing, just like this. I know you, but I can't remember your name. I know your name, but you're my very good friend. So I don't know. Today you could tell me why that has been happening to me. Why I have been forgetting everything. It's like she come and talk about navigating work-life relationship. If I use myself as an example, work life sometimes can make you forget relationships. Then we need to think of how to harmonize it because it's a very terrible situation. I can tell you that some of my friends have not seen me, heard from me in a long while. Why? Because I've not been able to balance work life and relationships. But we all need to balance it, harmonize it, to ensure that we grow. How do we do this? We need to understand the benefits. That if we don't balance this, our life is not complete. Your life can be all about work. There's family, there's friends, there's business associates, there's the world. Everybody is out there. You can't be a one-man island that your life revolves right around your. You look at it because the world is becoming so. What will I call it? Everything is moving fast. We are fast-paced. There's a need for us to take that time off. Take that time and ask yourself, why do I need to balance my life? Why do I need this thing? You need it because it will help you. If you don't balance it, you will burn out. One morning you will just wake up and realize that you are burnt out. You can't do anything. You can't function. You can't move forward. You're not moving forward. You're not moving backwards. You're just tired of life. That's why sometimes some people have a mental breakdown, depression, sensing. If you do not balance your life and your workplace, you need to learn to balance it. So some of the benefits, you mean you have improved physical and mental health, you have enhanced relationships and social connections, you have
increased productivity and job satisfaction. You have better time management. You have reduced stress and burnout. I can tell you, most of us, like me, I'm a, how will I call it, founding member of EveafriqueNews. That's where we go to. So we take time. I like to take time. Everybody that knows I like to take my me time. I like to prioritize my time. So this time is for me and me alone. This is the time for me to balance that work I have worked. I like, for me, if it's a weekday, on the weekend I'll tell myself I go nowhere. No matter how attractive your event is, I will not leave my bed for you because I want to have my me time. Then I also tell myself, oh look, it's my me time, but I also want to socialize. I want to be with my friends. I want to make noise. I want to be like a baby girl once more. So no matter what you tell me, that particular day, that place is where I'm going to. Nobody can stop me. Let me go and enjoy myself. Let me go and forget about the worries of the world. So we must all create that time to avoid this burnout and emotional exhaustion. Because I can tell you, when you're, sometimes some of the symptoms you might be having might not even be menopause. You might just be stressed. You might just be burnt out from too much work pressure. You look at yourself and you say, oh God, how can I cope? Sometimes it happens to me. Ask myself, how do I cope? How? You're working, you're doing volunteering, you're doing appointment work, only one human being, and you still need to function for you need to be there for your family. So how do you do this? You need to create time. You need to create time for your family. There must be time every day. You must say, okay, is it the morning that you want to create time? If you do school runs, you decide that look, every morning I must drop off my kids. And that's one of the times you can talk to them. As you're going on the road, you ask them questions, you talk to them, you ask them how their day, what's their plan for the day, and everything. You pick them up the same thing. You create that relationship. But when you come back home every day, what I do, once I come back home, I sit in my car first for 20 minutes. 20, 15 minutes. If you're looking for me, I'm in my car. I will come, park the car, and sit inside first. Let me remove the worries of work in the car so that I don't go into the house with it. Everybody knows that I sit there for 15, 20 minutes. Then I walk into the house, refreshed again. I've removed the what will I call it? The work load in the car. I've left it in the car because I no longer take work home. I've tried not to take work home. Let your work be at home. Then if I want to do extra work at home, it's when I have finished my family time. I create that time, I sit down, we talk, everybody comes, come and let's narrate our problems for the day. Because there's somebody, I have one child in my house, as she comes, and she's coming to greet you. Her greeting will tell you whether she's coming with a demand. So you now create that time, you listen to everybody's demand, then you create a routine for people to go and sleep. They go and sleep, then you now, because of menopause, according to her, that's why we don't sleep at night. And then because of menopause, you now open your phone, you open your phone, and you continue again. You continue stressing your life. You stress your life, you know. We know it's stressing us, but we will not stop. We will press that phone. I have a auto shut down my phone. My phone auto shut down. I will now switch it on back by myself. I confess it now. It switches on by itself. My phone will go off. Once it's 10 o'clock, it's programmed to go off. But as soon as it goes off, me now, sometimes these days I will even switch it off. Once it's 9:45, I'll now go to the auto switch off and put it off. Then I'll wait till 1, do some work, because I like to work in the night, and wake up again, we start our daily troubles again, do the same thing. So you must spend time for family. That's the way I've created my own time. That me time is in my car every day, at least. If I don't distress in the car, if anybody disturbs me in that car, you will ask what am I doing there? I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting down there. I have removed shoe, removed bra, sometimes I remove the clothes. Except I have visitors in the house, then I'll just manage myself. Once I remove almost everything in the car. As I get there, the wig is moved in the car here. Remove the wig, remove rings, remove earrings, remove everything. Then get to the house, you remove the bra. Sometimes on the road you remove the bra, shoe, then I sit there. Wait. Someone has asked me before, what do you even do in the car? I said, I don't do everything. I don't even press my phone in the car that much. I just calm down, lie down there and it lets my head calm down. Then we move in. For us to have this thing, you need to create boundaries. After you have given time to family, you must create boundaries. Even in your workplace, in your relationships, you must create boundaries that will allow you function very well, that will allow you balance it. You must define your expectations and needs from others and from yourself. You must also set emotional boundaries so that you don't overcloud yourself with work or with responsibilities that you cannot see. So you create that boundary. You say, okay, this one is my space. So the way you want your space to be respected, you also respect the next individual space. You create that space for yourself. So, okay, I'm respecting my space. I'm respecting your autonomy. So also respect my own. That way you have created it. You learn to say no. Telling anyone no will not kill you. Me, I'm learning it. Before now, I don't tell anybody no. I'll say, oh, let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do. This is our thing. This one, I cannot do it. Sorry, I cannot come. This one is somebody called me, please now. Or somebody want to interview you for something. I say, please, I cannot. I cannot burn out myself. Sometimes I say, no, I can't travel. It's that bad because I'm trying to create boundaries of what I can do and what I cannot do, so that I do not distress myself. Or in doing this now, I'll not say, oh, look, because I have taken too much, it has eaten into my family and relationship time. And I'm sure the ones that I've not taken has eaten into my relationship time because my hanging out with my friends, the times have reduced. So I'm trying to even create more space. So if I don't say no to certain things, it means I am overwhelmed. You become overwhelmed. It's as if the world is on your shoulder. And you cannot carry the world on your shoulder. You only have one Lord and Savior that can carry his world on your shoulder. It's not our responsibility. So learn to say no. Also learn to use your emotional intelligence. Learn to use it. You need to be self-aware of yourself. Self-awareness never kills anyone. Self-awareness, it helps you to know what you want around you and what you don't want. What kind of friendships do you want? What kind of people do you want around you? You want negative people around you. You know there's some people around you that when they're around you, you know that all they think about is negative. They will tell you the other option. Nobody will tell you, that thing will not work. That thing is this, that thing is that. You avoid negativity. Avoid it. Avoiding it is one of the best things you can do to yourself. When you know that there's someone that radiates negative energy, avoid that person so that negative energy does not grow with you. Look for happy people. Learn to empathize. Learn to empathize the same way so that others can empathize with you. When I say learn to empathize, put yourself in the other person's shoe. Give people room for excuses. I'm the queen of that. I always say, oh, maybe it's because of this, that's why this person is behaving this way. I always give room. So learn to empathize and say, oh, what if I was in that person's shoe? What would I do? If you empathize and give yourself that room, you will never allow anything to depress you or anything to shock you. So you come on shocking people. And it also helps you to balance. It also helps you, it also helps you to balance out. It also helps you to balance out. So you also learn how to communicate. Effective communication never fails anyone. How do we communicate? Learn to communicate properly. Don't keep people hanging. Learn to tell your family yes or no. If they ask you, oh, will you be available for today? Tell your friend, if your friend says, oh, let's do something, and you know you will not be available, don't communicate the wrong answer. Oh, I'll be there, then you end up not turning up. Let's learn to effectively communicate. Another thing that we know is that conflicts will always arise in relationships. Conflicts are inevitable. We all know that. No matter the relationship between family, between friends, between business associates, workplace, colleagues. But there are certain things we can use to reduce it, help reduce it in our work-life balance. You can learn how to actively listen to people. How to actively listen, because sometimes, because you already prepped your mind that, look, this person is like this, so this person must do this. You're not listening to the person when the person is talking to you. You already have a response in your head. You already have what you want to respond. You just believe that this person. You're not even listening to the person, but don't tell me it's 2 minutes. Not 4 minutes. I agree. I refuse to stay 4 minutes. I've not even spoken up for 10 minutes. You're telling me 4 minutes. Thank you, pa. Wait first. We have not even gone half. So you learn to actively listen. You learn also to seek common grounds. And then, let me just say this, you learn to forgive. Forgiveness is key in our lives. One thing you should learn how to do is to forgive now, forgive for future offenses, forgive the past, and that's it. Forgive the past, forgive now, and forgive the future. We will always offend you. Me, that's why I'm always telling everyone, I'm sorry. So, who pays? Oh, I didn't call you. Sorry. I didn't come. Forgive me. Forgive me for the one I will not even come in future. Because the next one you are expecting to come, I might also not forget. Forgive me. Just learn to forgive. So that way you can learn how to balance your life. If you can learn how to tell someone sorry, in all your relationships, that word sorry solves a lot of problems. Just learn how to use that word sorry, and your life will never be the same. I've talked about time management today. Learn to take breaks, practice self-care. What we're doing here today is self-care. Practice self-care. Take out time. Go for a massage. How many of us have gone for a massage recently? You have gone for a massage recently. Let me just see your hand. Body massage. Take out time. Go for body massage. Go for facials. Do pedicure, manicure. Take yourself out. Take yourself to one hotel and stay there 1 weekend. Nobody will kill you. Who kill you? The worries of the world will not kill you. You will say, oh, why can I do this? I'm telling you, if you drop dead, life will continue. So just do that. Enjoy yourself. Then, I've already said 4 minutes. 4 minutes, I can't even talk anything. Okay, prioritize your activities. Focus on what you want. Focus on that first. Focus on the major things first. The other smaller things can come. Learn to delegate. In order to create time for a family, you learn to delegate. You can't do everything by yourself. Learn to delegate. Learn to tell someone you can do it, you can handle it, you can handle it. You mustn't be everywhere. That way you can balance your life. You can create time for family, you can create time for other persons. You can also learn to eliminate non-essential activities. There are some activities that we ask ourselves, when you finish attending, you ask yourself, why did I even go there? Please, when you see something and you know that it is not necessary, don't attend. Just play your own and enjoy yourself. And one thing I would like us all to do is to create a life map. A life map, yes. In this life map, you prioritize what you want for yourself. You write your plan. Say, okay, look, I want time. I want to learn how to spend time with my family. I want to learn how to spend time with my friends. You draw it out. You learn how to allocate time and schedule yourself. You learn how to draw boundaries and say, no, this is work time. Then you also learn how to communicate that thing you want to the others. If you tell yourself, oh, family, every Sunday, we'll go out as a family, you do that. If you tell yourself, oh, every Friday, I'll hang out with my friend, you do that. You put it in your diary. We all have our phones can serve as your diary. Just put it down, fix your activities, so that it gives you prompts, oh, this is what you have for today. And you schedule that quality time you want to spend with whoever or wherever for yourself. You also need to learn how to practice mindfulness. What do I call it? Practice mindfulness. Learn to stay somewhere quiet and breathe. Just breathe. Just tell yourself, oh, today is the day that I want to be by myself. Breathe well. Breathe. Take deep breaths. So that don't think about anything. All the problems of the world will still continue. They'll be there. But take out that time. Don't think of the issues of the world. Don't think of anything. And balance your life. Balance yourself. Meditate. Learn self-gratitude. Learn to appreciate what you have. When you appreciate what you have, more things will come. I've told you how to say no. Practice it. Say no. When I tell you, call and ask for something, learn to say promising, no. Oh, this one I can do, this one I cannot do. Don't promise what you cannot do, because that way people look at you and say, oh, this person is always promising and never doing. So we need this self-awareness. We need to learn how to achieve this balance. Balance your life, balance your work. I don't know how to balance mine. Seriously. I'm trying, I'm still working on it. I'm not an expert. But I know that with time, we'll all balance it properly. Balance life, give your friends time, give your family time, give your work time, give your hobby time. When I talk about, I'm not talking of husband, I'm talking of hobby. If you have a side hobby, those things you like to read, you like to read, you like to draw, give it time. Family, family, husbands fall under family. Create time for them. Create time for your spouse. If you have a spouse, create time for your spouse. I tell you, if you don't create time for your spouse, someone else will create time for the spouse for you. So create time for your spouse in all your being busy. Create time for yourself. Create time for your God. Create time for your family. And that way, you will know that you will succeed. So thank you very much. It's 4 minutes, and I think I've done less than 4 minutes.
Thank you so much, Adata Briggs. Thank you. At least I've learned something. You know, learning is lifelong, right? And today, I've told myself again. We know these things, but sometimes we need to remind ourselves. I've told myself again that I need to create my me time. Okay? I need to create boundaries and also learn to delegate. Some of us don't want to dedicate, we want to do everything ourselves. But thank you, Adata for reminding us. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, right now, I'll call up Dr. Joyce Okabwa, the lady who intimidated me for so many years. The JDOM, the consultant pediatrician with so many sides. See, EPP. This is the original enjoyment post-party. This lady standing on my side, she doesn't need any conviction to get enjoyment. Please, you know what? Just take her phone number after now. Ask me why. Always go to her status. Depression will disappear. You will confirm what I've told you. Just take her phone number and watch her status on a daily basis. That thing called depression. To disappear. You're welcome, Dr. Joyce. With all due respect, please let's put our hands together for her. She'll be telling us, she'll be capping up, all what we've been saying about menopause. Thank you, Dr. Joyce.
Thank you so much. FIDA is home to me because I've known her for 31 years, 32 years, and more. Yes, we've been friends for 30.
From 6 years.
I tried to move it a little so you just think, I'm giving the baby girl vibes. So, yeah. So don't say that. Don't say 40. It was 20 years. And then I and your president, FIDA president at that time, were sisters. We grew up in the same neighborhood. So I used to eat from my mother's spots. Very sweet meals. And yeah, vice versa. So this is home to me. So it's always a nice time. I always come when they have something, they always come, and I always feel very happy. But today is a different kind of vibe. When I look at it, the enjoyment people's party, I'm like, I shouldn't be having menopausal symptoms. I'm not in that club, but officially I am there. So that's what we are here for. So it should be a lot easier after this topic, okay, for us to navigate these turbulent waters called menopause, okay? But then let's just do a small drill. A certain baby girl standing here will walk into the chambers of a lawyer. Today I get my pound of flesh, okay, troubled, and not knowing what was happening to her, while still maintaining steez, feeling very stylish and feeling so young up there. She will walk into her highly legal sister's chamber, and then she'll be like, sis, I don't understand what's happening to me. It's like somebody rented my body for free. I don't know who's living in this body. They have started chasing me. I know it's not my village people, but they love me a lot. If they chase me, they lose. So who is chasing me? And then my legal icon and highly cerebral sister. We told her role by expertise to say, sis, is that thing. Eh? voice down because, hey, I'm just giving the vibe, like, I'm a school girl, I'm a chick, you know, like, what's that? She said, sis, she put her voice down, is that thing? What thing? Don't this not happening? She will go for menopause and say, look at who, menopause. You know, there's an age you have in your head. Women. Nobody, I don't know what Larita is saying. I've known her for 40-something years, but I'm still a baby girl. You know, I'm not that. And then immediately the medical knowledge in me came to play. My legs became cold, my hands were shaking, and I started adding the symptoms, and I sat down. And that would be, hey, kudos to my sister, Barrister Eleni Ajayi. She said, sis, now that's, you know, what is that? And look at me. What kind of scam is this? They say life begins at 40. And just when J-Dog, Dr. Joyce gets to 40, next thing they have shifted the goalpost again. What's that supposed to mean? And then it dawned on me, I now sat down again. But today I get to get my pound of flesh back. I walk into a room that has all the lawyers and all the enjoyment people's party, and I have to tell you people, it is that thing we're talking about. That's what your president is forgetting. Sis, is that thing. Today, coincidentally, is World Menopause Day. I don't know if you know. Every 18th years, we said that again. And this year's theme is what? Menopause Hormone Therapy, alright? But the whole essence of the World Menopause Day is to raise awareness, alright, for women to actually know. I'm really happy to be part of this because, you know, if you write an exam and it's over 100 and you have 99%, did you pass or you failed? I have 99 over 100 symptoms, so I passed the exam. So when am I feeling bad? Some of us, we have 99%. So if you have 2%, you have failed that exam. So now my A star, I'm still oppressing you. So 99% I have menopausal symptoms. But here I'm here. So let's quickly run down small things. I want us at the end of this topic, if you go home with nothing else, I want women to understand the fact that, you know, when they say this menopause, it's as if everything ends. When everything has ended, no. It is the so the menopause has stages. It is the perimenopause, what we hear us say, transitioning climacteric. If you come, you just say empty. You know, Dr. Kaga, you know, it's like your transiting is climacteric, you know, the menopausal transition, okay? So that's what FIDA president was saying, that she's still seeing her period, but she doesn't understand. That is the perimenopause, before the menopause. By the time we're talking about menopause, it means that we are no longer having appointments with periods for 12 months. Everything has stopped. Now we have ruled out every other indication that would have put your period to a stop. And then when you get to that point where the period has stopped, you are now officially at menopause. And as soon as you get to that menopause, bam, it has stopped 12 months. We push you over to what? Post-menopause. So we need to understand that. What normally happens is that we don't even understand that long before we start seeing the periods, we already have symptoms. Because who fried our eggs? What happened to our eggs? At 20 weeks of gestation, okay, when you conceive a girl child, at 20 weeks she has about 7 million eggs. By the time you are born, you have 5 million eggs. Do 5 million divided by 24 crates. That's about 83,336 crates of eggs. Imagine how many crates of eggs. Can you enter this place? No. And then suddenly you wake up one day, every day the thing is going on. You end up bad relationship, heartbreak, blah, blah, it will move some 1,000, 2,000, bad marriage, this one, bad egg, everything, stress, everything is going, the eggs are going. Meanwhile, you are still doing baby girl. You know when they used to say a woman's time? A woman is like a flower. It's when I go to this one, I missed the kind of flower. Are you a rose flower or you are a grass? What flower are you now? Some of us, I Christmas, I don't know, some of us, we are no longer flower like grass. Eating like sheep. This is as simple as it can be. Okay? So that's why when they say woman's time, they don't need to explain to us early. A woman is like flower. What flower is that? Why not say that? So by the time you get into your childbearing age, from that how many 7 million it has dropped to 5 million. By the time you are knowing, hey, I'm not interested. You don't have money. You don't do this. I came to the table. I'm the table. The table has left you. You wake up one day. It's remembered till 1,000 eggs. Who fried our eggs? We don't know. What will you do with 1,000? They will begin to run up and down. At that time, the eggs are going down. Estrogen. That's what it the other doctor and said, estrogen too is telling you, bye-bye. To get the doctor, I said, Jacob, bye-bye, I'm going. You had all these years. Yes, I've tried it now. They've saved you. I've tried enough. 83,000 something, you don't do anything with it. It dropped to 20,000 something. No, now that it's 41,000, you for 41 grades, you want us to do much. And the doctors are looking at you. But it shouldn't be so. Let us understand that it is a normal feature, it is God's doing for women to get to puberty and transit to menopause. So the first thing I want us to understand here, don't be like me, Dr. Joyce. I was like, what kind of nonsense story is this? And I put a call to my mom. I said, Mom, can you imagine? What's happening? I said, that thing they say is menopause. She said, shut up! It's not the shut up! Shut up! I just gave birth to you. They cannot tell you it's menopause. That's how much my mom even was living in the night. I laughed. I said, Mommy, that's the reality. Have your birth certificate. I said, calculate it again. And expired. Doesn't have now that certification. So we need to understand that is the normal physiologic thing that happens to women, so that you don't get overwhelmed. For me, I was overwhelmed. I was miserable. That begins at 40. Enjoying people's party. We should be enjoying now. You've made your duty. I don't understand. Like, what is that? You've made your duty. At the time when your children, most of them are going to secondary school, those of us who have children, you're beginning to settle down, you've understood the men and the character and everything. Suddenly you have to wake up one morning. When you should be crossing your leg and catching phone everywhere, including the other room, then suddenly everywhere is track. Because estrogen is a moisturizer. So your eyes get dry, your skin gets dry, your brain gets dry, your throat gets dry, your heart everywhere. Your skin is sagging, everything is going. You're out, your time has passed. When is it back? So we need to understand that the perimenopause, and sometimes the symptoms are intertwined. Okay? I'm trying to round up everything. In the perimenopause, it is because some of us who are doctors, and that's why I always say, let our health-seeking behavior be good. When once you're not comfortable with how your body is feeling, the first thing I'll tell women is, we need to understand our bodies. If you understand your body, you will know, like I told Eneni, Barrister Eneni, somebody has rented a space in my body. This is not me. Do you understand? So you must understand so that you know when changes are occurring. And then while the changes are occurring, you must seek help. Because if you don't seek help, you really don't know. You still be seeing your periods, but when you seek help, you'll be able to run your blood test. And you find out that your FSH, okay, will be very high. Your estrogen will be low. So at least the doctors can tell you, okay, fine, you're beginning to transit. Are we okay with that? So please, let's not forget one thing. In as much as everything we have said here, let us always remember to seek help. Because most of these symptoms also occur in other disorders. Okay, like this weight gain, hot flushes, poor sleep. You can have it when your thyroid hormone is functioning low, hypothyroidism. So let us not forget, if nothing else we take back home, is the fact that in as much as we are saying all of this, always speak to your physician, see your gynecologist, so that you know what phase you're on. Okay? So let me quickly run down some of the things. It's from head to toe, everything. Your head starts staying, your head is receding, you are forgetting. You pump. In fact, I used to go to the kitchen to go and look for food. I get midway in the sitting room, I turn back and I'm going to the bathroom. And I'm like, hey, what was that? I was bumping into walls. I didn't even know where the walls in my house were. And I thought I had developed glaucoma. Because I was like, I'm bumping into everything. What about your mood? You're not interested in anything. What is enjoyment? What are we enjoying? You just want to be in your space. You're overwhelmed. You're depressed. You're anxious. You're afraid. You have panic attack. Remember, you're looking at yourself in the mirror. You're like, hey, this is not the baby girl I used to know. But what's happening here? You know? And so many women find it difficult to come to terms with the looks, especially if you're high on looks. Some of us, we like to, you know, if you're that kind of person that you want to, every time, you know, you want to be stewed up all the time. And then you wake up, everything's falling apart. I'm like, what's happening? You're tired. Your tiredness is exhausting. It's the fatigue for me. You are mentally, physically, emotionally tired. You are exhausted all the time. And the heat, you know, when I walked in here, I was praying. I said, God, Holy Spirit, let this place be chilling. As I'm sitting down, every room wasn't chilling. People will go and get this. You need to be in a calm place. The hot flushes are, you just sit down and then you just suddenly just break out. The hot flushes are lost. Tell me where it's not aching. Is it your joint? Is it your shoulder? Sometimes you have a frozen shoulder. Is it your knee? Yes, you have a frozen shoulder. Your knee freezes. You have joint pain. Is it your waist? Is it your back? Everywhere is aching. What about your heart? Nobody breaks your heart, but it's shaking every time. About to be broken. You are having palpitations. They haven't broken into, but you have started in advance to prepare for the heartbreak. Your heart is beating fast. You are exhausted. If you have a watch, you find out that when it's happening like that, your pulse goes up. In the middle of the heat, your hands are shaking. Your eyes are dry. Your skin is dry. Tell me about it. Everywhere is dry, including that place that shouldn't be dry. And that's what, and maybe, I was telling somebody that they said maybe that's why when women get to a certain age, their husbands begin to do some things. Because you see, it's overwhelming. And one of my recommendations today will be that we should actually have a forum where we have the men coming to learn. Because while you're going through all the shaky syndrome and everything is shaking, and all the nuts are falling off, the man is thinking that, this woman, you have started nagging, this is not the woman I'm nagging, this is not the joints I'm nagging. There's no balance. Nothing is balancing. Estrogen has left us. So you have a lot, you are irritable, you are anxious, you are suspicious. If I don't have that, if I don't a post after this listing, I say some people that I know did not and didn't know, say, she's shading me, that post is for me. I started beefing her. Estrogen has left us. Oh, she said this, she didn't wear this, she didn't want relationships, you have problems with your relationships. Because you are living in a constant fear, panic attacks. Everything has gone down. You see your stomach? It grows big. You know the estrogen diverts fat from every other part to the hips. To the very nice. You see where we're guys. As it goes down, it moves, the fat comes to the midsection and you begin to pile weight. And you are at risk for metabolic syndrome. Your blood sugar goes up, your cholesterol goes up, you gain weight around your midsection, you are bloated all the time. You are bloated up. Yes, that's what estrogen does. Can I show you people they are going down? It's every system. I said some of us have 99% waster. Your bladder, let's go to the bladder. Estrogen is no more there. If you get breast, look for the nearest one. Don't say you can carry it to me. Don't try it. You will the car. Yes. Your bladder is weak. Your risk for urinary tract infections are high because there's atrophy. Then, when you go down to the other side, the vagina, what happens to it? You know, when you're young, there's bumps, looking. You know, everywhere is juicy and all of that. So, you know, it's not a straight path. As this estrogen begins to live everywhere, the thing becomes smooth. When it becomes smooth, the blood means that the blood capillaries are just there. When once the male organ enters, it's so smooth, there's nothing that was to grip it. So it is that pain. It's too. Let me just lie. Okay? And then you find that the woman is uncomfortable. So by the time the man is coming to the room, she says, I have a assignment. Hey, they just called me. Hey, I have emergency. I have emergency. They just called me in the clinic. You want to run away. And even if you manage to, everything has dried up. The place is dry. And if you don't have an understanding spouse, you know, that can actually put you in that mood. So a lot of drama. I don't know who's going to be dancing that catalog will dance in the other room. Maybe the man will be dancing for us to watch it because you're already overwhelmed. But you know, there are some things that yes, a man can do to help. It's not just going in there, trying to GCJ, my beautiful wife. Then the excited hormone, serotonin will be getting up and will help it to lubricate and everything will be getting soft. You know, then you come down, your legs, joint pain, it's just a lot. Poor sleep. You can't sleep at night. You can't sleep. And you see, when you can't sleep at night, you go to bed in 2 hours, 2-3 hours, you are awake. And then when you are awake, you are up, or just when you are about to sleep, the man comes and says, Mama Efe. Mama Efe, not even a romantic baby girl. You know, now what is it? You're irritable, you haven't slept. There's no way there's going to be any activity or any action anyway. No. You're struggling. What happens to your blood pressure? It goes up. What happens to your blood sugar? Cholesterol, estrogen protects. Because of your risk for cardiovascular illnesses. Women are at risk. What happens to your bones? That's why you see women have fractures. From 50, 60s. I'm sure most of you have aunties, mothers who would have fallen in the bathroom as they went to have their bath. A lot of things. Some women have tremors. The symptoms are endless. But the hot flushes are almost always the first things, a constant. You have memory loss, you can't remember anything. You're trying to call someone, you bring your phone. Hey, that woman that passes that road, she turns left, she has light, she has 4 children. You can't say, we can't remember her. What we tell you have a bad boss in the office. Maybe we can use that as an excuse. As I'm talking, if I forget anything, I say it's menopause. I'm sure people permit it. Nobody will permit you. You're giving a memo to write, and you go there and you freeze. No, nobody will permit you. So what is the way forward? Remember we have said, before it stops, the perimenopause. Remember, the mean age for menopause now is 51 years. So we're talking about 51 to 52 years. But the perimenopause, sadly, starts 8 to 10 years before that. Calculate it. And in some women it is younger. Remember there are other factors that put you at risk earlier. Age at which you started menstruating, family history, underlying illnesses. Some women have had surgeries, they remove their wombs, they remove their ovaries. You just wake up. If you have any surgeries or they remove your ovaries or anything, you just wake up, you just get into menopause. So if you get in too early, we say it's premature. Okay, if you get in before 45, it's premature. But if you get in before 40, we're talking about primary ovarian insufficiency. We want to find out what happened. Maybe you had surgeries or your chemotherapy or radiotherapy or all of that. Alright? And these numbers actually increase your risk for certain disorders later. Remember I said, don't forget osteoporosis, bone. That's why most women who osteopenia, osteoporosis, your bones become brittle. That's why most times the calcium supplements, the vitamin D supplements as we age, we should be on it. Are we good with that? So the symptoms are endless. Everywhere, your hands are shaking, your head is shaking, you're moody. What's the one here in Nigerian people's party? What's the one here in solo party? What's going to be left with? You're overwhelmed. And if your children don't, you know, my children will say, Mommy, is it the menopause? I tell them they're here. Oh, sorry, you don't look too good. Is it the menopause? I will say yes, it's the menopause. So, you know, some of us we have very big mouths. You can't say that I have very big mouths. We don't used to hide problems. If you have if not that I opened up your name, I was overwhelmed. I walked up to her shop and I said, Sis, I need to see you. I needed to speak to somebody. She was the game changer. It was when you said, I'm not going to tell me, look at me, what's the This was like 4, 5, 8, 7 years ago. What kind of menopause now? Baby girl, looking also clammed up like, you know, attitude. I was feeling like a 16-year-old when I walked into her shop. Oh, she said, Sis, is the thing. Okay. So you can imagine, so do the arithmetic. If we're saying the mean age is 51 years, and we're saying it starts 10 years before, life begins at 40, they have scammed us again. Women will always have to go through a lot. You just wake up one day, you go into puberty and you're like, and then you manage and then, what's happening? What's that? And it's at a very young age. You're still seeing your period. After you're still seeing your period, it's the last thing to strike your mind. It's the last thing to strike your mind. And then for some of us, you see, when I started behaving funny, I'll tell you, this is real life. This is being a doctor. So I went to see my doctor. And after they did all the tests and everything, they said, Joyce, you're okay. But I said, but what? You need to see the psychiatrist. And you know, those of us that our head, okay, if you have an attitude that you always have bias that are listening from time to time, you know, they are not the bias those days, like everybody knows. They are always listening, you tie it to that. Normally, when you get to the menopause, people will think it's because of that. You know how everything has started. He said, you need to go and see a psychiatrist. I said, I know that the psychiatrist is not for mad people, remember. I have to tell him that, but oh boy, no, this is Joyce. No. That's it, because you see, the attention to menopause in this part of the world, women don't get a lot of attention. What you hear is our mothers went through it. Where did they complain to? They had 8 children. They had this. You know, what is it? You people are overdoing. African women can tolerate everything women built to carry everything. So one of the things I'm going to tell us is that as part of the support, please speak out, get support groups, talk to people, you find out that you're not alone. Okay? But one of the days I was really down, I just packaged my life. I know how to package. We look like what we are going through to know. So I walked into a friend's shop. And she was on her table. Dr. Kaka, I wish I'm like you. I said, just don't say it again. You've been trouble. I don't know what's happening to me. Is it you reading stories and just crying for no reason? It's part of it. Something that does not concern. Why did you do this to this woman? It is the menopause. It is that thing. What do we do as women? Some of the things we can do. We see today is World Menopause Day. And we said Menopause Hormone Therapy. You know, the women abroad, I like those women. In my next world, I will still be in Nigeria, but I will carry their vibe. They do, what's that? They just go to the doctor. I can't be so well. I'm taking hormone replacement. They don't want to be grumpy. You're grumpy. You can't deliver. Your productivity is low. The whole essence of us going through this phase is to maintain the quality of life whereby we still remain socially integrated, physically healthy, and mentally sound. Please let's not forget that. As women, we deserve to go through a process ordained by God, which is a physiological thing, but not with us lying down consistently on the bed, cut out from the things we love, cut out from our family and friends, and then living in isolation and taking so much. Please let us learn to speak out. Let us join support groups. You can go on the internet and read. You can get more knowledge. But what can we do? If we're not hormone replacement, yes, which is today's thing, we can get hormone replacement. I'm looking for my patch to come with to show you that. Yes. Okay, so I had to get hormone replacement. I got a patch, okay? My sister in the UK and the husband is a pharmacist. You know me, if I have problem, I complain here. I don't speak. Oh, my brother will say, oh, the women here told you want to kill yourself. It's Ghanaian. Oh, the women here, they don't get grumpy. They take the hormone replacement, nothing will happen. Oh. And I took it because I already done my test and I knew. So I took the hormone replacement and I came back. And I put the first one. It's a patch. It's not supposed to be just on your skin. So the hormone replacement can come in form of tablets, patches, sprays, gels, everything. They are different. And then the whole essence is to replace the hormone. Estrogens, most of them are either estrogen or both. But if you still have a womb, remember, one of the problems with the hormone replacement is the fact that they increase the risk of cancer. There are so many studies. So we are in between. And your ability to be put on the hormone replacement therapy will determine your relationship with you and your physician and your symptoms. It's not something I'm going to come here and say, all of us, let's go and take hormone replacement therapy. So I was overwhelmed. I just couldn't take it. It was too much for me. So I put it back. Remember, this menopause, perimenopause, you see your period, you are not eating, you are putting on weight. She has said that, so I don't want to mention it again. So you're putting you're tripling the weight. And remember, if you're not sleeping, you can't lose weight. Let's not forget that sleep is medicine. If you're not sleeping at night, there's no way you can lose weight. So you're not sleeping, you're gaining weight. Estrogen is not there. It's estrogen that makes us more, metabolism, increase your metabolism and all of that. So you're piling weight. You're stressed, your cortisol is high, you're piling weight. So if you're seeing it, you have high headaches. I don't even talk about the headache. The migraines are crazy. You have headaches. So you're not sleeping at night. So I got the patch. Remember, I was putting on weight. I was at my biggest, I was just putting on weight. Now, with the weight gain, you get depressed.
Yes.
Because you don't like your clothes are not fitting. You're not eating, you're just putting on weight. You're not happy. So I put the patch on, and in less than 2 weeks, I have gained 8 kg. Remember, the literature will tell you that the skin patch doesn't cause weight gain. No, everybody is different. Of course, what it does is that you retain water. So I was looking like a puff soaked in bread, in water, teeth. My face was as I'm coming, you just see that well-fed bread and tea, sweet, like deep tea, fresh. So it wasn't the depression I had. I had to stop it because you see, it helped with my symptoms. But here you were. It's helping with the symptoms, but pushed no more, and then gained 8 kg. You know, so at the point I had to sit down, and I went back to my physician, and he sat me down and said, Joyce, you need to tell yourself the truth. I needed to come to acceptance that it's a physiological process. Women, I remember Prof. Kimado told me, Joyce, women at your age still achieve things, so you need to come to terms with it. And immediately I did a tweak. That was the game changer. So women, please, can we just do a reset after this lecture? Let's not be too hard on ourselves, okay? Let's not be too hard on ourselves. The symptoms are endless. Let us not be too hard on yourself. Know your boundaries, know what you can do. One of the things you can do outside the hormone therapy. Remember I said, your ability to be put on hormone therapy, you speak with your physician, okay, your obstetrician. They will do your test, they will know which one they are going to give to you. They are going to monitor you and see your risk, your family history, your risk of cancers and all of that. Before you're putting somebody on hormone replacement, make sure your cardiovascular risk and all of that. If you have atherosclerosis and all of that, put you more at risk. So they need to assess your risk factors. It's a personal thing. I'm not going to come here and say everybody go, no, you can't get hormone replacement. No. So that's what happened. But then there's little things you and I can do. Home remedies, call them home remedies. And what can we do? We can modify our lifestyle. Modifying your lifestyle means that if you watch, like me, I've been able to see what brings my hot flushes. See, when once it's too hot, I get to a place it's too hot, it's worse. So make sure your room is cool. Keep your room cool. My dear sister, you're working. If you don't have diesel in your house, go and buy diesel, put it on in the night and sleep. You need to be alive before we keep any money in the bank. Or if you live in an house, open the windows, wear light, layered clothes. Me, some of us, in fact, there was a day I was like, God forbid if people enter this house. Or no. So those boys that are coming in the night, everything is left outside. There's nothing. That's the only way we can get some sleep. And then even when everything is left outside, you cover the duvet, you throw it away, you clean it, you bring it back again, you fling it. What's that? Who are you quarreling with? So even in your sleep, you're fighting battles. So you must make sure you keep your room cool. The hot flushes are horrible. You carry a fan from time to time. See those women fans, you know. Put your one on your neck, you hold one. Make sure that when you're going for anything, you are prepared yourself. Preparation is key. Arrange your life and your time. Caffeine. I used to be a coffee addict. I love coffee. Once I take caffeine, my head will start shaking, my hands will start shaking. The joint pains, everywhere, the hot flushes. I've reduced it. Yeah. If you go to the books, the literature, you see it. Minimize caffeine, minimize spicy foods. They make you know when they put pepper, Yoruba pepper, that hot one, or Cameroon pepper, very hot one. When you use it to cook and it's that thing doing you, enjoy it, but then 2-3 days, that pepper, not pepper, very hot, it's still, so you are, everything is just peppering you, but in the pepper, there's no pepper. So you remove these things. So you must find out what is it that puts me at risk. What other things can you do? Eat healthy. Try it. They say healthy eating is expensive. Everything is expensive though. Illness is more expensive than healthy eating. Cut down on refined foods. Less sugar, we are eating enough fast food. Let us come back home. Homemade foods. Keep it whole, keep it nice. Fishes that have omega-3, salmon, it's very expensive, one small 21K. Where will it carry you to? But then you can get some mackerel, or any fishes, okay? Make sure you get oil fishes. Get fishes that have omega-3, those things they help. What else do you do for yourself? Wake up in the morning, you don't need to go to a gym or anything. Incorporate something. Do some Zumba, yoga, meditation, mindfulness, live in the moment. Just live in the moment. Some of our watches can set that. It reminds you when I get a picture, it tells you take a moment and be mindful. 1 minute, you do breathing exercises. Get some massage, acupuncture, reflexology, let them pamper you. You know the cause of the problems of the world. Women, take it easy. Manage your stress. We want to do everything. See, if the house is dirty, don't shift and shift, you find no part. Enter your room. Nobody will die. Manage your stresses, because stress is another thing that steals women early into this hormonal imbalances. Manage your stresses. Social connected, we talk about lifestyle medicine, pillars of lifestyle medicine. Talk to somebody, because sometimes I call my sister that we will just be gisting. Health is, you know, it was a good day. Probably the next day and see it to be the same. Manage your stresses, okay? Exercise, light exercises, you know, speak to somebody, get sleep. But some of the things, let me just calm down before I finish. Some of the little things we can do in our little space as women, okay? You know, if you go back and look at the stories of women those days, you find out that they have symptoms, but maybe because of the things they were doing, it wasn't so much. Because they were not eating all these processed foods and all this, you know, and all of that. So some of the things we can do as women, you know, especially, remember, by the time we're talking about perimenopause, menopause, and then once we have crossed the 12 months completed, remember I said we have moved towards postmenopause. It means that we already have a diagnosis. Because there are other illnesses, let's not forget, that can mimic all these things we are talking about. Okay? So one of the things we can do is to make sure that we are high on rest, you know, managing our stresses. We can take some supplements, especially for our bones. You know, calcium, vitamin D is very good. You can hydrate. Remember I said everywhere is dry. So a lot of fluids will help us, even with the hot flushes, you know. So we can do these things at home. Just make sure you take some magnesium, get some rest, get some omega-3s, you know, and all of that. Check your blood pressure, make sure your blood sugar is okay. Make sure your cholesterol levels, because estrogen also protects cholesterol. Make sure your cholesterol levels are okay, so that your risk for coronary artery disease is not too high. Because women are at high risk of CAD as we get older, alright? So let's not forget something. In summary, what I've said today, and I've spent time with you guys, is I've said before even the men pauses, things have already started pausing. So most of you are on your way to pausing things. And let's be kind. Sometimes you see me behave like I won't behave like I just say that, maybe that, maybe excuse for your president and for your people. If she does the party and she doesn't remember to call you, remember it's that thing, maybe it's that thing, make an excuse. So the world becomes a better place for us. So please, we can do certain things to alleviate our symptoms, okay? And one of which is what we are doing here. We're talking about it, we're laughing, we're exchanging ideas, we're being kind to ourselves, we're not overburdening ourselves. And anything you cannot do that you cannot do it. Schedule. But one of the things you can do to help is time management. Make sure you manage your time so you're a bit practice so that you're not too stressed every time you're going somewhere. You're traveling, is that money you want to start packing? You increase your risk of, you know, having all these symptoms, the hot flushes and all of that. So please let us as women continue to do great, support ourselves. Hey, turn up on the days you can turn up, and on the days you can't turn up, hey, it's normal, it's a physiological thing, it is God that created it. So you just manage yourself, and then don't forget to seek help when you need it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I told you. You can confirm what I said, right? You see her? She's a Gen Z dog. Gen Z consultant pediatrician. You can never know until you know where she's coming from. Please put your hands together for Dr. Joyce. So some of the things I took down when she was talking, she said that we need to socially integrate, or to be socially integrated. We need to be physically healthy, we need to be mentally sound, and then I added my own, that we also need to be mentally stable. Please put your hands together again for her. Thank you so much, Dr. Joyce. Much respect as always. So right now, I'll also call our president, Enjoyment People's Party. I like to call it in full, so that you don't mistakenly say something else. Enjoyment People's Party President, Marcel Bob Manuel, the enjoyment lady herself. Please put your hands together for her.
Thank you so much, everyone. I just want to round up what the doctors have said, and like what the last speaker said, Dr. Joyce said, find the time to enjoy yourself, find the time to unwind, and that gave birth to Enjoyment People's Party and what we're talking about. The problems you want to tackle, there are some people that have tried their best and could not
not finish it and maybe they are gone. You will not, you're not the one that will put Nigeria in this situation. So don't try to fix Nigeria. You know, with all your giddy-gada, you want to fix Nigeria. Find time to rest or unwind. I'm going to use myself as an example. A lot of my friends know that I have lots of problems. Lots of problems. Yeah, master. But I don't kill myself for the problem. I don't. I do the ones I can do, and I let the other ones that cannot do rest. Maybe I can look at it again tomorrow. Maybe I can look at it again next tomorrow. But for now, even like when I walk, most of you know I do fascinator. When I do fascinator, sometimes you walk until you go out of ideas. You know that I go out of ideas, I don't wrap everything and keep and sleep. Or go get strolled or whatever. When I come back, my brain will be refreshed and I will begin to, design again. So what we are saying in essence is that menopause has different things, different ways that affected people in different ways. Everybody doesn't even have the same kind of symptoms, what they have gone through in menopause. So while you're going through that, understand that you yourself need to rest. You just need to rest. It's not anything you want to talk. Every time you're children, right? You want to talk. Every time you get yourself worried over things that are not necessary. You may overwhelm yourself. Look at some things and just put your eyes. So these are the things that we are talking about in EPP, that you will just need to rest, unwind, have time to feed your own self, so that you don't get overburdened, overwhelmed with all these things, problems here and there. So thank you so much, and I thank you so much for coming and for whatever you have led, and those who have experience with us that want to get. I think this is your time to do.
Thank you so much, Enjoyment People's Party, and Seba for herself. Thank you very much for putting this together. Personally, I'm taking a lot away. I already have a lot written down, and so much, because Dr. Joyce told us that the perimenopausal starts like 8 years before the 51-year mark. So most of us are inside. And all these things we did here, my sister. And all these things that have been happening to us, we never knew that the menopause that is moving like this are moving. Thank you so much, Dr. Joyce. Thank you, Dr. Apriala. Thank you, Marcel. Thank you, Adata Biobrit. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Right now, we are going to have some people share their own personal experiences, right? Doctors have given us their specialized ideas. So let us also hear. Like the doctor said, everybody's body is not the same. So what is happening to me may be different from what is happening to Marcel, right? So let some of us who are here, who are not living in self-denial, because I also told that some people also live in self-denial about this menopause, about that thing. So please, if we have EveafriqueNews here, let us hear from you. She's one of the people who have volunteered. Thank you so much, EveafriqueNews. Not everybody will. Please put your hands together for EveafriqueNews, because not everyone will want to come out in public to share their personal experiences, whether it's for good or bad. Please, Eva, let's have you up here so that we can all see your pretty face. Thank you. Please put your hands together for EveafriqueNews. Thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My own, I don't know about parenting, because I know that maybe because I have other issues. I had BP, I had diabetes, I had so many other things. So I did not really get to understand
what was actually happening. But I saw my period until my 50th birthday. On the day I was celebrating my 50th birthday, I was in my period. It came that morning. I was and I was spotting and everything, and then it left that night. And that night that it left, that was it till today. I am 53 today. Now, it was as if all hell was let loose after that period left that day. I had, if I don't have symptoms, I have close to maybe 10. Yes. Because as I am here, I sweat a lot. This sweat, oh my God. Sometimes, people ask you in public, you are sitting down, you're not doing anything. You're not doing any form of activity. But sweat is pouring. Why? You are sitting down. That one is one that is making me move. You are not moving. If you are walking, it's a different thing. You are sitting down and you are sweating. And that one now, that sweat now, is helping body odor. I can smell. Yes. And then now I have very sensitive skin, so I cannot even use deodorant because I developed suppurativa. Hydronitis suppurativa. Hydronitis suppurativa is like sensitive skin, boils, irritation, all of that under your skin and your drawing. Now, with suppurativa, you have to be careful because you cannot now use normal deodorants. So, I'll be searching tomorrow for how to solve this problem. It did not stop there. I would sit down like this, my breast. It got to some point, my breast was like stone. You touch it, trouble, you sit down, trouble, you sleep, trouble. You know what has saved this is all of this. Native. Now, that apart. I know they see well. Remember I told you that I had sugar issues that had gone down, but all of a sudden, because of my cortisol levels that I had, it's gone, my BP has gone way up, my sugar has gone way up. As I'm talking to you, I just escaped total paralysis. I'm just coming out from partial paralysis because of that. My skin is dry and irritated most times. That's why I would be scratched and be like mad person. At some point in time, you would think, when they do you from your village, or are we talking about gastritis? Because with sugar and all of that, I had gastritis as well. So I'm not allowed to eat this, I'm not allowed to eat that, I'm not allowed to eat this. And so, what has saved me is not far. And then now, the one we compare, don't worry past now. That side that used to be such an enjoyment thing. Nothing is happening. For good 18, I have a good spouse. He because he's in the book side, he started using some form of lubricants. But I am not still safe with the lubricant because, like I told you, I had suppurativa. Because I have suppurativa, I cannot, even if I use normal Vaseline, I will get irritated. I can't use tissue paper. I can't use wipe. I'll get irritated. So if I go anywhere to go and wee, I must wash. If I poo, I must wash. You can't use, that is, my body was selecting soap, cream, and I struggled. But somehow, with consistency, because if you try this one, you know we will try this one. Because I can't even do the hormonal therapy thing, replacement therapy, because of the breast and all of that. Now, the one that will shock you most is that I also have prolapse. Your womb, everything is on that. So, like I said, 11 or 12 or whatever, out of it all. So what do? You need to, first of all, like she has rightly said, you continue, is a research, a process that you continue to research. And I found out that out of it all, using the barest minimal of things helps a lot. For deodorant now, I use only coconut oil. You know, coconut oil is how that uses smell. Coconut oil is what I use for my armpits now. We buy bicarbonate soda. So that one not means it will hit till 9. If I get home now, you know, I have to bath real quick or wash or something. Otherwise, I go smell. In my mouth, the mouth odor, the mouth. I started using coconut oil for oil pulling as well. And for sex. Sorry. For that side. Because if I use those gel and all those things, it affects me. My younger ones then send me castor oil, the one in the brown bottle, the big bottle of castor oil. So this castor oil I use so, and I'm much better and relaxed now. So it's something that I have come to learn to live with. So you just look for how to and try as much as possible to be in the right frame of mind. All time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Eva. Yes, we have 2 more people that will come up here. Please, can I call on Helen Jamamo to also please put your hands together for her. Like I said, it's not easy to come up to give your own personal experience. So they are coming to also teach us that beyond what is written in the book and all of that, you will agree with me that she has said some things that maybe doctors, you know, they will know about it, but they can't tell us all today, right? So they are coming to give us their own personal experience for us to also relate in case it happens to us. So please put your hands together for Helen Gamabo. Thank you so much, Helen. Thank you. You're welcome. Good afternoon.
This story is all. This issue of menopause is it was strange actually. The first time I experienced it when I was 45 years old, and I was like, I agree, I sweat a lot of friends know, but this particular one came with very bad sweat. At the point when I get to the office, my colleagues will ask me, Mama, what is it? I said, I don't know. They are the African people after me, I want to know. But I found out that I was virtually going mad. You now feel as if something is walking in your body. At the point, I told my husband, my late husband, I said, oh boy, I don't know what is going on. He said, every time you want to test malaria, I said, this one is normal, I don't know what is going on. I was having severe hot flashes in the night. I would not sleep. I would not sleep like 2 hours. The next 40 days, my eyes are shining like this. I said, Jesus, what is going on? I would find myself on the floor crying. As I'm naked, virtually naked, I'm on the floor. I'll tell my daughter, hey, can't buy fuel. There's no that is good. You just go. He said, what fuel? I say, wow, you won't understand. I'll just go naked on the floor. I said, nobody should enter my room. I beg. You not sit on my pillow before they bring my pillow is like as if they want tap water. You understand? My best friend is soaked. At the point, I called my aunt, who is a nurse in London. I said, Auntie, you know what's happening to me? She said, what is it? I explained that this woman don't understand. She kept quiet. She said, no, well, I to go. I said, I want to ask you, baby, to say, baby, to go. I said, okay. I called my mother. Mother said, call your auntie. What did she say? I said, you are not even serious people. I was like, what's your problem? I had to go to the internet. I browsed out. Okay. I had to rush myself to the hospital. I said, doctor, I don't understand what is going on here. I'm adding weight somehow. I don't know. He said, what are the symptoms? And I complained. He told me, don't worry, it will go. I said, I will not drive all the way to the hospital and tell me that I should go. After some months, let's say 1 year, that one stopped. Recently, this year started again. I said, wow. The thing came back. I was crying. I said, God, this one can push me. Now, what have I done to them? They should just leave them, it's their life. And I went on the floor again. My daughter now called her friend, who is the doctor. And I said, I don't know what's wrong with my mom. She said, Mom is having premenopausal whatever. She came to me and said, I said, what did you say? Keep the man before, let me talk to him. That was I said, Doc, what are you saying? He said, Mommy, I talk and listen. I said, he said, Chia, Mommy, you're getting into it. I said, like how? He said, that is it now. You can't run away from it now. He said, how old are you? I said, okay. This year I am 48. He said, now. When did you first say? I said, 45. The thing is coming and going now. I said, okay, no problem. And I'm somebody that has heavy flow. Once it comes, I don't leave my house. I have to stay in my house till that 4 days is over. But I found that the thing is dropping gradually. It's dropping. So this one happened 2 weeks ago. I said, something is walking in my body, in my feet. I said, Jama, what is going on? I said, Mommy, calm down now. But I found that the children now, everything small thing they do, I'm on top of their head. Mommy, you're shouting too much. So suppose she just said, I got to know that I was just acting up on what is going on. I was saying, what is it? Why is my bathroom like that? Why is my backyard like that? Hey, my daughter said, Mommy has come home. I said, it's not a matter of coming. You are not doing the right thing, you understand? So, what am I trying to say? When it comes, like last month, I didn't see my period to be candid. I was like, what is going on? I've not done anything, know what is going on. I had to go run the test. The girl said, Mommy, nothing. I said, my dear, I don't know anything, but you can't tell anything now. Just, Mama, she checked nothing. I said, I know there is nothing, but thank you. Like last month, I didn't see my period, I was scared a bit. This month, I have not seen it. I said, okay, so we are gradually counting down. But I said, counting down at the age of 48? What is going on? Because the last time it came, it just dropped. For 4 days, 3 days. The egg should fry well. It was right there. So, and I'm like, she was walking on my body. I said, God, I'm feeling as if I had to even call my pastor to tell you how the level I went to. I said, Daddy, I don't understand. They were, hey, this of people, they got me. He said, what's you like? I said, no, Daddy, you understand? He said, no, wait. And let us pray. That's how we prayed though. And I know that the prayer was not going to work anything. I had gotten to that stage. And I don't have to deny for myself that I've gotten to that stage. But my problem was 48. I'll be 50 the next 2 years. Why am I doing it now? I said, okay, no problem. But the issue is that when it comes, I'm like a mad person. I guess I found that all my clothes I wear yesterday was all soaked. When I was squeezing hanky, as if you're squeezing out the whole thing. That girl in the office had to give me hanky. And I said, Mama, come. I just want this stone on the road as if I knew you were coming. Take. I was sweating from my head. Right from my head down. Maybe I cleaned up and now squeezed it like a fountain pouring. I said, God, okay, now we've got to the menopause. No, I get 3 children already. 23, 20, 17. Do I need anybody again? I don't need it. So let it come. So what I'm trying to say is that it's not a curse. It's what my mother and your mother has went through. So let's have it. And his back, my mother will ask me, you still want to be buy pad? My mother asked me, you still want to be buy pad? You still want to see you can do for your children. So let's just enjoy it. It's part of what is going to come. Am I right? It's part of it. So thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you so much, thank you. Please put your hands together for her again. Okay, so we are going to have the third person give us her own experience. Ibisaki Akonte Harry. Please clap for her. She comes forth.
Thank you for coming to share your experience. We are learning a lot from the personal experiences as well. Thank you everyone that has come up here to share your personal experience. You're welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm glad to be here. First of all, I didn't know that there was a day aside for menopause. So coming here today has made me to know that today is set aside for menopause. Okay, let me go. I want to use the opportunity to thank the Nigerian Menopause Society, the organizers of this program, for putting up this. I want to start by saying my age. I'll be 47 in the next 3 weeks. But like the speaker said, it's a window period of 8 years. Mine started as early as 38, and I didn't know. Yes, and I didn't know it was menopausal symptoms. It was frustrating. It was confusing. It was a crazy experience. I used to live in an environment where we had like 22 hours per supply, and my house was very cold, as in very cold. But I'll be sweating inside this. And each time my husband would be asking, why would you be sweating inside this? Those were the signs, the early signs, and nobody knew about it. And it got to a period around 2016 or so, 2016, 2017. You just wake up and you will see one symptom, and you will be confused. I think the very first symptom I noticed, I didn't know, all this while I didn't know, was having arthritis. I woke up one night, I couldn't walk. And I'm a hospital person. Like the doctor said, always find out what is wrong with you. But unfortunately, let me say that, I think most times the doctors don't even know it's menopausal symptoms. Because when you go to the hospital and you complain, they just attend to you like a normal illness. I went to the hospital, UPTH to be precise, I like patronizing government hospitals. And they will just give treatment and it's not getting there. From there, it will go to another symptom. At the point, I even had to have osteoporosis. Just until like, in fact, there was a day I woke up, that was in 2020. I was very normal. And the next thing I noticed, I was climbing a little staircase like this in my sitting room, and I couldn't climb. My legs were heavy. Like, by the time I noticed it, they were swollen from here down. I was confused. I was the only one in the house. I called my husband. And that was the period they just called up COVID-19, and the boss I had one was a medical doctor, and he wanted us to come into work regularly. And I had to be going to work without swollen legs. One of those I walked into his office and I asked him, because the medical, and he scared me, said, so that you get swollen leg. You feel like saying that it's demon. Just look at heart failure in it. So for me, the doctors didn't really help. So I want to use this opportunity to also like talk to the doctors in the house, or like a question. When you have it, if you have these symptoms and you don't know, or even if you have these symptoms and you know, which of the doctors are you supposed to meet? Like, are you supposed to meet a gynecologist? Are you supposed to meet a physician and all that? Because I don't know if I was meeting the wrong doctors. Not until about 2 years ago, when I met Dr. Nkuri, Civil Service Clinic. She was the one that helped me. That was when I knew that I had menopause. And when I knew, I became relaxed. And I said, oh, it's a natural process. Then I calmed down. The doctors didn't really help. Imagine me talking to a doctor about edema, about a swollen leg, and he tells me that I heart failure. He joked about it, that I couldn't sleep. There was a period I had insomnia. I didn't sleep for 9 months. When I didn't sleep. All these were between, let's say, 40 and 45. I didn't sleep for 9 months. Like, I would lay on my bench, and my eyes will be open and I'm an early sleeper. So I go to bed as early as 7 p.m., 8 p.m. I will lay on my bed, feeling sleepy, feeling tired, but you cannot sleep till the next morning. And I get up, dress up, I go to work again. It repeated that for 9 months, once in a while. At that point, because of the fatigue, I stopped driving. But as a matter of fact, I stopped driving in 2023. I stopped driving to work. I only drive when it is really, really important for me to drive because most of the times I'm tired, I'm weak, I'm fagged out. So if once in a while, maybe if I'm coming to work on my distance, I stay around the rural area, I will just doze off. I realize I've dozed off for like 10-20 minutes and I'll feel refreshed again. So it was a very terrible period. So I want to just use the opportunity to ask some questions. In that period, I was a TTC. So you can imagine the frustration and all that. Having all these things, you didn't know what was wrong with you. So I want to use the opportunity to ask some questions. You know, what are the signs, the major signs that you have to look at? I mean, you have to notice for you to confirm that it's really menopausal symptom. I know we've mentioned a lot. I don't want to go through all the experience because we all had hot flash. Up till now, I have hot flash. Right now, I don't even know if I entered the post-menopause. I'm not sure. Because since last year till now, something has completely taken my mind off that. And I can't even remember seeing my period. I can't even when it stopped. So I can't even know if I've actually entered. Because something else is occupying my mind as I speak. So I want to really know that sign. I actually came, I've had a lot of experience. Everything the doctor said, I've had all of them plus others. In fact, my daughter knows, just like this thing she was saying, that thing. Because that's what my daughter asked me. Even on Saturday when I went to visit her in school, she was like, Mommy, hope that thing is not disturbing you again. Because I didn't want to scare her by just telling her the name. I just said there's this thing. It comes with, of course, she has no hot flash. She knows everything, body pain. She's just 14, but she knows all that. So she refers to it as that thing. She saw me. I don't know. I'm also surprised to hear that it makes you to add weight. I lose weight. Yes. I've lost, between November and now, I've lost close to 8 kg. Yes. These are clothes I wear when I've lost weight. They are clothes I keep because when I lose weight, I just wear. Between November and now, I've lost about 8 kg. So I don't know how people add weight when they have that experience. And I also want to ask, sorry, my glasses. Is it possible to reverse menopause? I heard her talking about hormone therapy. Is it possible to reverse it? If yes, how? Then the hormone replacement she talked about, what is the benefit of hormone replacement? Is it just to relieve you of the symptoms? Or there is maybe for a TTC? I'm asking most of these questions not for myself alone, because I have come to really, because of how early I saw this menopause. I have a friend that is about 53 years. In fact, most of the symptoms I have had in the past is what she's using. Anytime she's using this, my sister, you don't suffer. So all these things were a sign of menopause, and we're running out that shelter because she's like my bosom. So when I have any problem, I go and meet her. I say, sweetie, did you know what they do me? You understand? And we'll start like discussing about it, go for medical list, and until I met Dr. Ekru in civil service clinic, and she had to like follow me up. She now told me that this is menopause, nothing else. So I don't know, the doctors, I think most of the questions I'm asking because right now what I do, whenever I see women and they go through all these things, I just call them to the side. And when I ask, I tell them, don't bother yourself, it's menopause. Don't just bother yourself, because mine started very early and I've gone through a whole lot of process. One thing the doctor said that is very striking, speak out. It helps a lot. I don't know how to hide my problems. I tell people, see what they do me. When I tell them, they look at my side, they'll say, it's like you waited. In fact, when I first had arthritis, then osteoporosis, when I was showing, they're like, are you that is very slim? Because my weight hasn't gone more than 82 kg. So like even with 82 kg, I'm not looking very bulky. Because when I see some 82 kg, they are looking very bulky. But I'm this 82 kg that is looking all slim, no more than size 16. Size, in fact, I'm always between size 14 and size 16. So I don't even look 82 kg. So when I first had that arthritis, I'm like, how can you have arthritis looking like this? But I didn't know until just about 2 or 3 years ago that it was menopause. So that's just my little experience. When you have all these things, our doctors should educate them early so that people won't start running helter-skelter. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Saki. Thank you very much. She has also given us her own experience, which some of them are a bit new, something new.
new to some of us. Thank you. The doctors are going to come up to respond to some of these questions. However, we still have some people in the audience who want to ask a question or two, who have one or two comments to make. All right, so if you have a question, please let me just see your hand, or like you say, let me see your pointer, so that you can have the number here and now. Number one. You are coming up again, Yamago. Okay. Number one and number two. Okay, madam. Yes. Sister. If you don't mind, you come out here so we see your face. Yes. Feel free. You're welcome. Let's have your name.
My name is Ekanagwa. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a great pleasure to be here. And so, surprisingly, I'm just hearing today's World Menopause Day. It's amazing. I've never heard of it. It's the first time. So what I want to say is not, I don't have much to contribute because everyone here has said everything. Yeah. Okay. So we've said everything. What I want to say is, for us women, we in this time, now we know this. Our parents didn't do us well. Sincerely. They didn't tell us all these things that we know. Otherwise, we'll be running helter-skelter looking for solutions. So I just want to join us as women. We have daughters, we have daughter-in-laws. Tell them there's no shame in this. So let them know. So they are prepared on time and they know what to do, what not to do. I didn't know. I had I had something taken out of me. One of my ovaries was taken out. So I had menopause coming earlier than the usual. So I've been on this journey for 7 years. And it's been questions on questions. I actually had a follow-up with my mother. I expected you to tell me. So I'm saying that we should tell our daughters. Let us be the advocates for this. Tell them, let them know, so they are prepared on time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alawa. Thank you. God bless you for sharing your experience. Yes, number two. Yes. Come on stage. We also have a number 3 now. Your name and straight to your question or comment. Thank you.
My name is Blessing. When the doctor was talking, she said omega-3 can be found in salmon. So I just want her to explain, like our local fish that we go to buy. Which of them provides it? Ice fish. Thank you.
Thank you for that question. Because when you hear oily fish, you'll be wondering. You know, like when doctor said, when someone was saying scumbia, she was saying scumbia is ice fish. Because in this part of the world, we think ice fish, there's nothing good about ice fish. You know. Oh, you'll be shocked. My other sister had, she had arthritis, but then she had a lot of troubles, you know, a couple of years ago from this arthritis. And then I had to buy a carton of scumbia for her. She never used to eat scumbia. She'd always go to Greek road markets to buy the original fresh fish. Salt water oil. That's the one that goes down our throats. My father, when he was alive, that pot he used to cook ice fish, don't use it to cook for him. But you see, that is the fish that has the oil, the omega-3 that we need for our system. Everybody, man and woman. So you'll be shocked. No wonder she was saying scumbia is ice fish. Yes, it's ice fish, but it's what you need. Thank you so much. Alright, so let's also have my good friend. She's another very good friend of mine. You're welcome. Please, your name and
My name is Irene Temple, and I'm glad to be here. That doctor is smiling because even the next FIDA chair sitting next to her, they come from way back. What I want to say about menopause, when I started, I called that doctor one day I was in the office, and I was confused because I was running every Saturday. I was a workout freak. Okay, so it is here.
Yeah, we know.
And I was wondering, why are my periods skipping? I was skipping, but when the blood process started, I didn't know what it was, right? So I met a doctor who told me you are exercising. Yeah. That's what the doctor said. So my first point is we need to get more doctors to be more vocal. If the females can be vocal, it will help us. I went to a male doctor, that was our family doctor, and he said, you are over-exercising. You can't be running every Saturday and expect your period to be coming out. You know, he wasn't entirely, yeah, but that was the family doctor we had. So he told me to slow down and exercise. And here I am. From an exercise freak to somebody who struggles to do a walk. So it's not just talking about menopause. Let's have the service providers tell people the truth. If you're not a doctor who knows about it, say I don't know. I stopped working out as much as I used to. And then I thought about blood flushes. At some point, I even had to go for psychiatric evaluation. I can't even understand myself. So, sex, if it touches me, I'll start sweating. It's like, and once I sweat, I don't want anybody else to touch me. And I'm like, is that what is wrong with you? Any small thing, you're sweating. You know? I'm like, you don't understand. So I started breathing through it. I can feel it come up. When they come, I say, you're fine. Everything is okay. Because the panic, in fact, they gave me drugs for panic attack. They gave me drugs that I'm going into panic. Did I know what it was? At some point, my daughter will say, Mommy, all this your bad you bought. Okay, so this part is mine. We joke about it. But what I'm saying is that the service providers should please, you have to put it on your whatever. I deal with menopause issues. I know that doctors don't advertise, but there has to be some way that women can walk in, talk about these things, and feel safe, and not go from doctor to doctor. The last doctor I went to was in BMH. Because what I said, you are going to all these doctors, go to government hospital. So I went there. He said I wanted to see a family doctor. And when I told him why I came, he said he's surprised that he hasn't seen a woman come to say that she's not having sex with her husband and she's worried. That people come for other things, hot flush. I said, well, no problem where you don't come out, because how do I explain to the man, say, I don't have any, you know? So he said, when your period comes again, come, let's do some profiling. That's like 2.5 years ago. So when I went, they took the blood and everything. When I went to the results, unfortunately for General Hospital, you can't say who you will see. When I got there, one young doctor was there. See him at my father. You know when they just give the monkey people, first they just collect somebody's check and again, wow. Now came and said, okay, what do you say is wrong with you? I had waited. You know, EveafriqueNews is gynae. So you're going to wait for all the pregnancy songs. They'll be selling other still. You know, those things we ate when we were pregnant, but now we can't them, you know. Selling everything from bleach to ISA to meat. I waited till the end. Only for this doctor. Even if they to come back next Friday. But I was curious. I wanted to know what they found. So what did you say is wrong with you? I said, my friend, read the file. But that's why I opened the file. How many children do you have? I said 4. How old are you? Telling my age. Since you're not going to have any more children, you don't have a problem.
That's all he said. That's all he said.
That's what he said. I didn't get any solutions. So I started reading. I started finding out about what really I lived through it. All my friends know that my own case was bad. From size 14 to 18, 20. In fact, you'll be wondering, where are you going to? Today you are looking good, tomorrow, boom. You know, at some point, I said, now wow, your face is smaller. Oh, Jesus. it will happen again to me. I mean, now, wow, what's going on in your life? There's someone who will come, it's the way I feel. Oh, you're feeling it? Sorry, I don't want to be vindictive, but the truth is, women should be more selfless, and when you're dealing with other women, you don't know where they're coming from. More compassionate. Some people are not compassionate at all. What's it mean this? See, Bele? I'm like, you also have what is it? And the person quarreled with me. She quarreled with me in church. I said, you can't see me and the only thing that is better. You don't see my makeup. Or the hair that I spend money for you don't see hair. Why you not saying your hair is spending money? Yeah, how far? You didn't tell me like how far. What's up with you? There's a way you're saying, what's up with you? You know that? Now, wow. That's the fat, as if I didn't come from a house. I bathe the body every day, so I know how it feels. I know the heavy breast. The first time I come out and put your hand and carry it and see what I'm going through. And he says, oh, you carry. I said, that's what I'm going through. I said, when I go find where they go shave up small. So please, you can give us advice where to arrange it. No, when you see women go for procedures, it's important. Me, I'm not that kind of person who go for a procedure unless I get.
Please clap for Ellie, for Irene. Irene. She's the one who introduced us to women encouraging women. Yeah. And that's how we forgot it. When we used to go and do exercise every Saturday, I was working in the bank then, so Saturday mornings are the only times that my own may be different now. You know. So I feel her. Because she was really encouraging us to come out for exercise every Saturday at the stadium. And we did that for a couple of years, right? Yes. You know, so I really feel what she's saying. Thank you so much. Please clap for Irene again. Thank you. So right now, okay, someone on the stage has a question.
Maybe you don't understand me. Because as I'm sitting there, she won't know it's a question. If I'm standing, she will know I'm serious. Like, you ask serious question.
Yes, please ask.
See, you have told us all the symptoms and all that. I mean, there's one that is giving me great concern. This sleeplessness. I want to be sleeping at night. I don't want to do night vigil. I don't want to wake up. Let me tell you, I sleep by 1 every day. By 2:45, I will do the first waking up. Every day, anytime, if you come by 2:45, you see I'm awake. Then I'll try again, then I'll sleep up again. Then I'll wake up by 3:45. And 4:45, and that's that. So please, there was one time they said we should be drinking tea. I remember that thing when I was sitting there. Now, that thing has made me to forget. There's one leaf that, like, what's that thing that? No, not chamomile tea. There's which one? Leaf. It's a leaf now. Is it no, not moringa. It's not those things. It's a medication that they tell you to make more at night. It has night names, and it has a night name. Evening primrose. See how I remember it. So they said you could take it to help us sleep. I took it, it did not help me sleep. So I don't know if there's any hormone therapy, any other thing you can help us do. There's like me now, the knees are not making me behind my knee. Yeah, they're making me. Another question. 1 minute.
So my question is you have to answer me specifically. I observe that, okay, let me relate it to arthritis. Now, like other people just now, like from the back of my leg down to my knee, I'm not finding it funny at all. I'm not. Then you now have on my feet, my left feet, as if you have like the sensation on the feet. What I normally do, I was told to boil very hot water, not very, very hot water, squash ginger and just soak my legs in it. And it's been helpful to be candid. So yeah, it's
I just have to count the if we know that, okay, this is going to happen to us within maybe 5 years. 5 years is more, can we? No, like when you're going through labor, you get, when you're going through labor, you know that it's for something good, as in within that space of 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3, depends on how long your labor lasts, you know that you want to give birth, so you will have to endure it. Do you get me? But this one now, we don't even know how long you're going to endure it. Does it start now and like no? Oh boy.
Don't worry, doctors are here. They will answer us. We have one more question. Your name and your question.
Good afternoon. My name is Emily. The question I want to ask has to do with what the President just said. Yesterday I was talking to somebody and she said her mom is about 85 and she's still experiencing menopausal syndrome. So I don't understand, is it a life sentence?
This is serious. Life sentence. Doctors, you're in for a long thing. All right. Don't worry. We have a good doctor there with us.
They'll do justice.
I will sit down so that we know that
It's a serious matter.
another time. I want to sleep down. You know, I always say when you have problems, don't keep quiet. When I was putting on so much weight, I was in the back of my car and I occupied the full seat. And I was passing road chair. One bedroom, self-contained room and parlor upstairs. That was what I was. So I was passing my other car's house and I think I saw her and I pulled over. To come down from the car. To speak out, okay? So let's make excuses. It also helps. I see how that happy wise. Shocked that the person will just be ranting a lot. So that's the tea of, okay? Welcome, Irene. Now let me start with the 85 years and still menopausal. You know, in this game, it is, you know when they say, when people retire, liars, no age, you don't stop your legal career. What, she was retired. People leave the bench, they are retired. Very good. That's the same thing now. You end your reproductive career. That's what you pause, the menopause pause. But maybe you keep still doing things. It doesn't really end. Some people are lucky. Now, maybe I didn't tell you people, let me post your bubble a little. Remember I said you start transiting 8 to 10 years before that 51. And if you started your menstruation early, your journey, your eggs, you start finding them earlier. So they finish earlier. But I use them to do exercise, so there are a lot of factors, and there even family history. Your mother may have finished early. You are on that path. You follow the genetic factors and all of that. So let's not forget. So it starts 8 to 10 years. I always take the 10 years. 10 minus 51 minus 10 is 41. When I started doing work, I was 41. Exactly when I turned 41, I started feeling like, what's happening here? What's happening here? Who has this body? Who is renting this body? At 41, I can remember very well. So let's not forget that. Then now, by the time you struggle that 8 to 10 years of going gaga, the way I started, behaving anyhow, shouting anyhow, nagging, any small thing you will complain and complain. Is the thing. You will not get to the point where the thing now pauses. As soon as you pause, you are pushed to come up, you are post-menopausal. Post-menopausal may take you what? 10 years. With a mean of 5 years. Remember, the mean of 5 years, average of 5 years, means that you are doing all the very nice things. Exercising, you have a healthy lifestyle, you don't have illnesses and all of that, So you instead of maybe 10 symptoms, you may have 2 from time to time. Along the line of you getting stable, you may have one health condition as you get older. So everything just lingers. So you find out that some women even in their 70s, 80s are still going through 1 or 2 things. It's not everybody who has health conditions. My sister-in-law told me she didn't even know when she might be menopause. She had no joint pain, nothing. She didn't even know. So remember, like I said, everybody's physiology, a lot of factors that determine how bad the symptoms are. And studies have shown that educated women like me and environment too has a role to play. But the more you know the women like me and you, men, we are on the first lane. We don't have time for that shit stuff, something keeping you down and all of that. So these are some of the factors too. Okay? And that lady who said her mom didn't tell her, my sister, sweetheart, forgive your mother, God apologize to her. Your mothers didn't even know. My sister is here. I went to meet my mom. I said, Mom, she said, which menopause is this one that is giving? But the thing did not give me. I said, I'm lying. I remember she spoke about the joy. I have joint pain. I have this malaria. Everything is anti-malaria. It was because of my mom I don't take anti-malaria. Because, the first thing you'll be feeling headaches, joint pains, tiredness, you go and take anti-malaria. So because of my mother's experience, when I started feeling this way, it dawned on me that this was what my mom was going through. So the mothers didn't even know. They didn't have access to internet. They didn't have access to support groups. They just woke up. And who were our fathers? Is it those men that were... Is this what you are doing now with our men now? We're negotiating everything on the table. And telling them you should understand. Are you okay? The men those days didn't have time for all these things. Women were not so empowered. I don't know if you understand. So our mothers didn't even know much. And they just had to deal with a lot. They were women we call strong women, Hebrew women. They needed to prove a point. That time society was women needed to be all the burden. So they went through it quiet. So please, let's forgive our mothers. They really didn't know much. And you can't give what you don't have. I'm just so sorry to say that. Okay? So now, how long will this thing last? I've answered it. If you are lucky, you do short term. Remember, you are ended the end of your reproductive career. Sign out so that you leave space for the young people. Because some of you, if we don't sign you out, we will not leave the market. So nature says, bow out. You have to still be doing very well. When the men come, they are looking for wife. They don't know if it's Stephanie or it's Joyce. I package everything. I put belt here. I put wig here. I've done this. Sign out. The organs, the eggs are finished. Out. Let us concentrate. So some women are lucky. Some of us are not lucky. 10 years plus 51 is 61. So you will be doing like this. Coach, you don't need to go to the gym. These chairs are here. Before anybody is coming for anything, carry one here, carry one here, carry that one. Now, you are lifting weights. You don't need any big thing. Carry stones in your backyard. Strengthen your bones. Very important. That's one of the things. You can see that lady. As slim as she is, and that's the thing. With the people who are osteoporosis, why those of us who are fat and funky are great? The ones who are slim, their bones are not getting strong. Because by nature of the fact that they are slim, they've been slim all their life, they feel that, that baby girl is everything, they are less likely to be running everywhere looking for somebody like me and you. So they go into the bone density becomes weaker over time. So incorporate strength training into your activity. Little weights, strengthen your bones. Okay? I had gone to do an X-ray one of the days I was having the pains. And then I was still in the changing room. Now the doctor who came to read it on the screen didn't know I was still there. And he was a younger doctor, you see mostly bone, a very sweet bone. I said, hey! What is it? Why my bones, The bones were calm, because I take my calcium supplements and my vitamin D and I incorporated strength training. So please, let us not forget that, okay? Let's not forget that. So 85 years, they will still be having it too. It doesn't leave the women. All that arthritis and all of that, estrogen protects the joints and all of that, lubricate. Estrogen is like a lubricant, it's the juiciness. Your skin will be dry. I forgot to tell you, your skin will be dry. Your skin, see, some days I'm itching. You don't touch it, Scooby-Doo, And just imagine me now, okay? Just imagine my hairs are touching. Is that not? Sorry, go. Nobody will believe that you have not gone. The difference is that you have not pulled out. Your skin is dry. So let me tell you guys one of the things I do. See, before I was coming for this thing, I have packaged my life. I have rubbed oil, I've been no body oil sinking under before I use my cream. Back on top of it. That's how to run it. You must run it though. You have to run it. If not, you're your own. Let's not forget, as the estrogen is going, the elasticity of the skin is going with it. It starts with Christian mother. Then the Christ leaves the tear and it becomes mother. Because the Christ will leave the tear. So it's a mother. The hand begins to sag, so you can see the skin and all the layers. You don't need to dissect. One of the things you can do is collagen supplements. So when lifting collagen supplements, hyaluronic. Get some hyaluronic supplements, yes. Okay, it's hyaluronic, yes, it's in the pharmacies. Peptides, hyaluronic peptides. They help with the elasticity of the hair, of the skin. They help with growth of your hair and your nails. Remember your nails get brittle, your skin gets dry. So always get an oil. I have an oil in my car. You know, somebody entered my car the other day, I said, Jess, I've seen the baby girl secret. What is baby nearby? I said, it's not that so. Just quickly. You must maintain skills. Yes, Rabino. I said, Rabino body oil. It's very nice. Do you understand? Find your way. If you have a video, buy hospital. You cannot buy a hospital, buy any more vaccine oil. Oil. You can even use palm oil. Okay, so now let's see. How long after that one, the arthritis, you know, you say you used to use hot water. Boil hot water. You know, let me tell you one thing with all these symptoms. You know, like I said, the symptoms are very labile. One day you wake up, you know, I woke up and my shoulder froze for almost 2 years. I couldn't wear a bra. So I had a frozen left shoulder. Okay? I just woke up one day. I mean, orthopedic surgeons needed to inject steroids, but I said no. I started doing physiotherapy. Okay. The only reason why I was able to go through that phase is because, see, like I said the first thing, please, women, can we come to terms with the fact that this is a natural physiologic process? And when you're transiting or you're going through your wilderness experience, it doesn't matter. You don't need to. You need to get to that point where you reset your mind. It doesn't matter what Irene is doing. Irene, you don't fat. I don't fat before. So fat your fat, you will still slim. Yes. Are we okay with that? Yes. So we all have our faces. So don't be, you know how you shop like this. No, my kitchen, the food. Are you feeding from another place? It is still paying there. And you're still putting on with kudos to my girlfriend. Do you understand? So you know what you're going through. But see, when once you reset your mental health, you're not likely to get people who always talk. Yeah. You understand? If you start getting so slim, you also talk, or say you took Ozempic. Yes. Or your husband is throwing your house, you know. So we always talk, we have mouths, we must always say things. Okay? So let's not put ourselves, you know, in that thing. Your arthritis, yes, it's the whole, there's a lot of inflammation that happens. Okay? Estrogen protects the joints and all of that. It's going. You know, the lubrication is poor. You understand? One of the things too, the exercise helps. It helps with all the motion, the stretches, yoga, meditation, all the Pilates, Zumba. So from time to time, you're keeping the legs moist and all of that. And then, like I said, anything that works for you really works. In this menopause, there are no home remedies or home remedies. If you go back, see, I go to try this. Is the one thing with me, I do a lot of research. And if you go back to what those women, those Greek women, Asian women, they do, one of the things they do is you know the ginger turmeric. Yes. It's a very, listen women, this is Dr. Joyce talking. This is me talking. Proven, evidence-based. Oh, if you look at the properties of natural, incorporate these things into your fine, throw in some turmeric, some ginger powder, some garlic, you know, and all of that. Some cinnamon will regulate your blood sugar. Okay? Add this natural. These were things those women those days, in those places that, you know, there's some communities that the menopausal symptoms are not that much. These are the things they do. They add these things into there. So you can have some ginger, some, you know, you can boil some ginger, some turmeric, have that tea, you know, from time to time, a lot of food. Yes, it helps curb inflammation. Okay? And yes, it worked for me. It's really worked for me. You know, before my joints wake up in the morning. But since I started doing all these little home remedies, yes, it has really helped. So it will really help for you. And then sometimes when you have joint pains, please, from inflammation, we don't need hot things. It is cold compress. Yes, that works. Okay, so the hot thing now, it's like, yes. So you just get a cool towel, put some cold things, you know, it helps with the inflammation as against hot things. So it's just your mind. You know, sometimes when you give it something, but it just works. So that's how you do it, and then you just feel better because the mind will always compliment what we do with the body. Is that okay? So now let me see. FIDA president said she can't sleep. MPA, people who have security money. Should we have that? Oh, you have security. Sorry, your job is already taken. See, come back. As I drop my bag, I'm lying on my bed. That's another reason why we're all putting on weight. You find that if you tell your steps, you can't do up to 120 steps. Because you're either sitting, you're putting your head, you're lying down. So the way, because of the amount of fatigue you have, you just want to rest all the time. So you're not really moving. You're really tired, you can't sleep. One of the things that happens is the insomnia. And it's still the same pathophysiology of estrogen. Okay? So one of the things you can do, FIDA President, I think you have so much on your plate. I can't wait for you to finish. Yes, when once you know, we need to be intentional about sleep. Sleep health, sleep is like medicine. Okay? One of the things, you know, in this era, we have a lot of technology, a lot of gadgets all over us. If anything drops on Instagram and we don't sit first for comment, it's as if we are late. She has an app. I also have it. It locks me off at 9:15 or something. But I will go and auto restart it. You can do that. But one of the things you should do is to dim the lights, reduce screen time at least 1 to 2 hours before bed. Let me tell you why. You see, those days, our parents were hunters. They did not have gadgets. They didn't even have clock. When once the day got dark, the brain then actually tells you it is bedtime, shut down. That is what God has done. But me and you, we are on the first lane. We want to chat till 12 minutes. We pay for it. So you need to improve your brain health and your sleep health. You need to be intentional about your sleep health. Okay? So you shut down your devices early. Make sure your room is calm and cool. Make sure your clothing are light. Okay? And make sure that you don't eat a heavy. FIDA President, you can't be going home late. And by 6, 7, 8 is when you're eating dinner. If you have a full stomach, remember with this menopause, the estrogen, the sphincters are now weak. So you have the risk of reflux and regurgitation. So when once you eat 1 hour, 30 minutes, you go to bed with all the spicy pepper that we like to use. Everything goes straight. So you're dealing with reflux, you can't sleep, and all of that. You have hot flushing, never will not give you life. What behind you have a man that will come. Mama, baby, I was that far. So you are messed up. You are messed up. And then you have a boss at work. She talked about balance. Nothing balances. The boss has done you like this. This you're sleeping. This you're tired. If you're pregnant, I tell you, you're still pregnant. Tell us, let us. Meanwhile, she's dealing with her own. So you come back home, you're already in that toxic environment. You need to shut down. So you need to teach your brain how to shut down. I used to be like you. I have problems with sleeping. But you know, I have to be intentional about saying, I need to sleep. And one of the things which I had to do, in fact, my husband here will tell you, what I started saying was, when I'm sleeping, I don't like anybody waking me up. Like, who is anybody? They will have ghosts in the house. So when once I go to bed, because you struggle to go to bed, it's not when you have slept 2-3 hours, a man comes and says, so I told you, see, anything that is not done before the lights go up, that's the end. Shut down. Nobody should think about it. That's the end. So I had to, when I was putting those rules, I really didn't know. It was a survival strategy. It was just how exhausted and overwhelmed I was. Do you understand? And that's why I said we need to put our men in the same room for them to understand that we haven't gone gaga and we're not nagging. The hormones are not being kind to us. And that is our way of expressing it. So that's one of the things we need to do. So one of the things too that you need to do is to get some magnesium supplements. People are giving you prescription for you. All of them consultation fee, drop it down. Okay? So you get some magnesium. You want to answer your question?
Yes. On the magnesium, we also say they have different.
Very good. That's what I want to tell you. So now they have different forms of magnesium. There are so many forms: oxide, glycinate, succinate, different forms. Please, for sleep health, the magnesium glycinate is the best. Okay, magnesium glycinate is what you should take. So you take it, and you see, the way you take your supplements too can mess up with your sleep. FIDA President, you will not go and take your B complex that is supposed to be giving you energy ginger in the night. You stay awake now. You can take your vitamin D. You should take it in the mornings. Your vitamin D and your B complex. So it takes, the sunlight, the conversion, all the nice things. So even the way you take your supplements affects your metabolism of the supplements and your health. So when you have supplements, we are please, can we learn something? Take your energy dense supplements in the mornings, and in the evening you come, you take your magnesium, okay? Magnesium glycinate. You can find it in the shops. It's about 55 to 85 to 100 and something thousand, depending on the brand. But my dear sister, invest in your health. Some people, if you can do, they say 1-3 times a day, but some of us, you know, in this economy, you manage yourself. We get a lot of food, so we do once in the evening, and it carries us longer, especially when we're not magnesium deficient. And one of the things I tell women, I just done my vitamin D, calcium, and magnesium level last week. Please, we're all working, we're big girls, enjoying people's party and the FIDA. Spend money in your health checks. Let us not be buying BB wrapper every time, BB guinea. Wear jeans and boots like me, go for occasion, nobody will chase you. Use that money and run test. Know what is happening, because some of us, you see, there are too much assumptions. If you do your vitamin D levels, your magnesium levels, and your calcium levels, you will know the levels. It guides you. So I can afford to take my own one at night instead of doing 1 TDS. And I push it and I carry it down one bottle. In fact, the last one I got with my sister, I thought I would share it. So you can share with your sister, you can share with your friends. Yes. Okay? So remember what I've said. You need to know the timing of when you take your vitamins. Are we good with that? And then some of us are iron deficient, de novo. Black women are iron deficient, de novo. Our iron levels are low. So sometimes even this our fatigue is because we have very low iron levels. And iron is better in its natural state. Get green leafy fruits and all of that, you know. Get organ meats. Very nice. High on nutrition. High on nutrition. Get all the nice juices, alright? Another thing, FIDA president, you know, you've been feeding me right from when I was small. Your mother's food was sweet. We used to share a lot of this. So I'm ready to go anywhere for you. One of the things you can do, you pay me out. Okay. One of the things you can do too that will help you with sleep health is chia seed. You can get some chia seed. Okay? Yes, put it in water in the evening, or put it in your smoothie, or put it in your drink. It will now swell after 20-30 minutes, and then just enjoy it just before you go to bed, and then you go to bed like a baby. Another thing you can do is chamomile too. You know, the chamomile. So for some people it works for them. For me, I tried it, it wasn't good for me. It started making me cough, I was coughing so much. So you can have chamomile teas in the evenings, okay? Minimize your caffeine. Don't take anything that has caffeine from like 1 p.m. Those of us that like caffeine, check, and most of the things have caffeine. Yes, you stop taking caffeine, okay? Caffeine is not good. As women, yes, it causes your palpitation, it causes your joint pains, it brings up the hot flushes. Okay, we need to understand that, you know, turmeric, ginger, garlic, beautiful things, they are sweet. They help you with all of that. Are we good with that? Yes. Alright. So sleep, I've talked about the sleep. Now there was something I didn't tell us about phytoestrogens, plant-based estrogens. You know, in this menopause game, you just keep trying to tweak, trying to find what works for you. You just need to find your way out and around it. There are some foods that have estrogens in them. Okay? They have some levels of estrogen. Some of them are beans. You see these beans you look down on. You Igbo women add it to their so lentils. Lentils, yes. Soya beans, you just have a side listing. Chickpeas. Okay, flaxseed. Add some flaxseed. They're expensive, but hey, invest in them. You just put a little by the side, just a spoon or two from time to time. Sprinkle on your food and all of that, okay? Even some seeds too, they help. So you can go research more on all of that. I just wrote down all of that, okay? So somebody else said, Irene, what did you ask me again? Okay, you said the doctors. You see, you see this menopause game is not for the faint-hearted, okay? In this part of the world, women's health are not really a priority. They are. We talk about maybe reproductive health. You know, we are dealing with a lot of communicable and non-communicable diseases in Africa. So you're battling HIV, malaria, pneumonia, you're battling hypertension, diabetes. This menopause, look at you. Yeah, who's going to be spending all that money? It's going to, so it is for women. Now, in countries like Canada, they have one of the biggest women's health centers in the country. It's huge. It's massive. They talk about things like the prolapse. Remember, it is also the estrogen. Someone talked about prolapse. When once the estrogen gets out, your bladder will prolapse. Your womb will prolapse. Everything will prolapse. So that's why we talk about Kegel exercises. Don't forget. See, you're lying down on your mat. Lie flat. Carry up your hip. Do the exercise. Tighten your pelvic floor. Women, we need to sit up. You will need to. If not, we have to put a ring. I don't need to put a ring for you. A Okay, so that's fine. Are we okay with that? So it is difficult. You see, we're in a system where the health facilities are already stretched. You walk into a consulting room of a doctor who has to see malaria, pneumonia, HIV, everything, and then this is a young doctor who just graduated. He's just trying to find, bam, you come with symptoms from psychiatry to everything, and you said you should make a diagnosis. Please, when we want to get help, let us ask questions. You should see your gynecologist. Okay? So you should see a gynecologist. But in those countries, they have doctors who are specialists in women's health. They even have this one in the special specialties. They now have those who just attend to women who have menopausal symptoms. Okay? So please, let's not always, the doctors sometimes, especially the very young ones, the symptoms. Remember, I have said that these symptoms are symptoms you can have in almost every other disorder. Especially you that said your legs were swelling. You see, when your legs are swelling, it's not menopause. No. If your legs are swelling, it's not menopause. It can be vascular, it can be systemic. So one of the things, you see your legs are swelling, think of your kidneys. Very good. So that means when I say vascular, we want to be sure you don't have any vascular malocclusion. We want to do Doppler, make sure your venous return is good. So please, let's not forget, having given you guys all this talk, let us not be quick to tell the next woman is that thing. It may not be that thing. Please, if nothing else we take, come and speak to a specialist. Call Dr. Kagwa, because we need to assess you. What you are saying is that your blood pressure is high, your cholesterol is high, your sugar is high. You say you're tired, you're weak, you're losing weight, you're not gaining weight. Something else is happening to you. You can even be gaining weight, and it is your thyroid that is hypofunctioning. Please, let us not be making that diagnosis is that thing. For those of us that said it was that thing, we had ruled out done everything, and I did a hormone profile, and my FSH was skyrocketing. It was even higher than those who had menopause. So I made a medical diagnosis of my perimenopause. Let's not forget that. So we don't keep misleading women. Because sometimes you see women, they go into renal failure, they go into heart failure. It was because people were telling them, oh, that was how it did me. A woman has reflux, and they all say, whatever. We say, oh, it's part of the menopause. It's not part of the menopause. Oh. Seek help. Let us be sure that you don't have any other problems. Remember, as we are going down in age, our risk for other illnesses are increasing. Are we okay? Remember I said that. So let us not always be quick to say it is that thing. Are we okay with that? So you have panic attacks. I told you, I don't come when I talked about the panic attacks, okay? And yes, it can be so bad. Sometimes we need to give them some neuroleptics, some antidepressants. Some women go into frank depression. And what we tell you, if around this time you now have loss of either a spouse, a child, or anything, and you don't have good support system, you see, it starts with this, and you find out some women too. And if you watch, this is around the time women go into depression. And you can imagine now, okay, those women who have been doing baby girl for life, like some of us, and you were still waiting, choosing, I'm the table, feminist. And then you wake up one day, and you find out that the eggs, you have finished frying them, you did not see where you put it. So it now dawns on you that, hey, this flower, I'm no longer rose flower, I'm now which flower? Chuku, what's that flower that's so cute? So, with all of that, and then some women, I don't know some of you get to a point where you're like, there's only one child I ended up having, and they're telling me the eggs are finished. I wish I had the second one. We deal with a lot of. So before you know what's happening, you're talking to yourself. Yeah, I wish. You wake up one morning. I wish you have turned into a witch. You are not sleeping. Yes, now. So if you don't have some of these symptoms and get help early, women tilt from mood disorder, panic attacks, to frank anxiety neurosis, and then to depressive illnesses and coitus. So please always make sure you get help, okay? So that's fine. What else again? Somebody said something else. You're always experiencing. Slow down. I think I've answered almost everybody's. Okay, yes, very good. I think that was the last one. What was your own? Very good. What was your own?
Lack of the urge for sex.
Hey, yes. What was your own? Okay, very good. I will end with you because we will go a bit get to you. So yeah, can menopause be reversed? Where do you? That's why I said, see, you do your baby once it's over, it's over. Because, you know, in nature, you see, God is awesome. He gives you time. From 9 years, you are bringing her head until 51. Is it not enough? Your poultry did not move for how many years of doing business? It's at 51 you want to go to the permanent site. It tells you no, go and rest. It's enough. So it's, how do you look at it? I think a form of natural selection. So it cannot be reversed. It cannot be reversed. But once you get to that, remember we said menopause. We're not talking about perimenopause. When once you have completed 12 months, the menopause, you are pushed to post-menopause. You don't even allow you to start that menopause. Now you can't catch me on that. I'm not post-menopause. Are we okay with that? And then the hormone replacement, remember the thing is menopause replacement, the hormone replacement. That's what I told you this year's team. Now the hormone replacement, I wrote down so many things about you. Yes, I think I did. Okay, for you, okay, this was your question. I wrote so many things. You can't drive for 2 years. You've not been able to drive. Your tired is tiring. Your fatigue is, once you are tired, we are tired. That's how tired you are. Your tiredness is infectious. Okay? And then you now have osteoporosis. You are a candidate to speak to your obstetrician. They need to rule out other forms of medical conditions, and you are still very young, so you would benefit from hormone replacement therapy. You are a candidate for that, because if you don't, and they don't put you on other drugs, so they need to assess. Remember I said that hormone replacement therapy is between you and your doctor. They would assess your risk factors, your family history, your present medical condition, and then they look at your symptoms. Remember I've said that women, the whole essence of hormone replacement therapy is to make sure that you give relief and support. Women shouldn't be at home grumpy at a time when they should be going to work. So when once your symptoms are affecting you so much that is impairing your day-to-day living, which is what it's doing to you, you need some form of help. Some women have terrible hot flushes. We need to give them some drugs, okay, for it. Do you understand? We give them things like Vagabertin and all the other drugs, things to help with hot flushes. It is so much, they can't bear it. So they get support. Some women have a lot of palpitations and a lot of tremors. We need to give them drugs for the palpitations. So for you, if I saw you as a doctor, you are a candidate for HIV. We will assess your risk. We will probably give you the combination one. We will not give you plain estrogen. We will give you estrogen progesterone. You are still very young. So it will help you transit nicely. So you are a candidate for that, okay? That will really help you so that you can work better, you can do the things you're doing better, your bones can be getting loose. Because before you know what's happening, you're having a fracture. Because your bone density, and then you are a candidate, you need to start lifting small weights, okay? So you need to strengthen your bones because you are high risk for all of that. But I'm hoping that you go and do your blood workup. Let's see how high or how low. Your blood workup, you need to make a diagnosis, do your FSH, LH, estrogen, progesterone levels, okay? So you go do a hormone profile for us and we see what's happening with your hormones. I think that will really help, okay? So I've answered your questions, okay? Please, let's not be reversing things that God has already done. Yeah? He knows why He chased some of us out of the market. Alright, so now, you said, no libido. The libido is not doing. Yes, no libido. Because estrogen is what helps lubricate. Remember we said there's dryness. It is the estrogen that gives us that, hey, just look at me, I'm wet. Look at me, I just think fine guy. Everybody's shaking. Let them bring the finest man on earth. Don't be scared of them. Well, except for some of us, if you listen with some dollars and pounds, maybe. So you can find what now excites you again now in this age. But see, what happens with when the estrogen begins to get less, okay? There's dryness, the epithelium of the vagina changes. It's no longer that satisfied. I call it it's stratified. I call it satisfying squamous. It changes that rugation and it becomes very smooth. The blood vessels, the capillaries are there. So the walls become very thin. So one of the things you even experience is pain. You know, once the man goes in, it's painful. And of course, look at you. You haven't slept in days. You are irritable. You are tired. You know, sex is a job. It's something that mentally, you know, you need to, yes, it's a mental thing. There's no way you are going to, it's not even animals, I'm sure, they will just be tired, you know, with this amount of fatigue you have. So you're already in a state where you are mentally, physically exhausted. So that alone, you know, you're trying to battle. Remember, at this point, we are perimenopausal. We don't even know what's happening with our bodies. So you have those things, you have those feelings, you have fear, and it's around this time now, because you're not able to catch groove in that way. You're also suspecting his phone is ringing, there's one boo somewhere, we're worried about all the things we shouldn't be worrying about. We are chasing him, we want to check the thing. And you know, once you have any iota that the man is doing something, in fact, the libido will not do at all. Total shutdown. You know, you just, in fact, you tilt your little perimenopause, even if you don't have any symptoms. Okay? So these are sort of things. What can we do as women to help the other? You know, at this point, sometimes, you know, this sex thing, sometimes you just do it without the men. I don't know if anybody without the men. Let you know, sometimes look 1 month, 2 months, then you get like somebody's just manage. So one of the things we do, I think, like estrogen creams for some women. Okay, they give them estrogen creams. You get lubricants, you know, water-based natural lubricants that can help you. You try to communicate. You see, the problem we have with our men is that they don't even understand. So the first thing the men always say is that it's like you're no more physically attracted to me. Even me, I'm not attracted to myself anymore. I don't know who has this body. The one who was physically attracted to you, somebody pushed her out and rented a new one inside me. How will that work? I'm just somewhere outside my body and another person has inhabited it. And we can't get the code for that, you know. So one of the things we need to do, like I said, recommendations, the men need to hear these things to know. So if you have a very supportive man, it will really help, because at this point now, there's a lot of pampering, a lot of foreplay, a lot of feelings. You need the happy hormones. And one of the things that gets us back into that mood is exercise. See, for those of us that they introduced me to exercise, so this morning I didn't go to work out because I was coming here. We hit the gym very early in the morning. We're not talking about weight loss. It's no longer about weight loss, it's about the social connectedness. Okay? You're going to a happy place, I call it my happy place. It's a sanctuary. When you go there, you will see women, you will gist. You will see bomb that they run in Yaba. You will see the one they run in Gundu water side. You will see natural. You will laugh. By the time I'm coming here, my happy hormones are everywhere. So you're already in that state, okay, of excitement. So that puts you, and if you do that, imagine banking that almost 2-3 times a week, 2-3 times a week. It will also help improve your mood. And then once you start losing, going out, you feel like, man, I'm on top of the world. I'm the finest chick. And then, you know, by the time your body gets to tone, you're getting some muscle mass, you're looking nicer, you're feeling better about yourself. It helps you. You get more attractive. You too, you'll be feeling yourself. I see me, I'm feeling myself now. Oh, what's happening? You know, you can go home and then you're feeling yourself, okay? And then whatever you want to get, you give to the man. So if you're somebody who you like groove, you want to have the fun, step up your game. We have nice gowns. The mood, yes. But the yes, create that room for everything. And behave like a baby girl. You can still do all those things. Bring on the groove you want to get. Reset your mind. We're not so old though. The women, the Western women at 80, they are still doing boyfriend. Meet my boyfriend. African women at 40, we are mental house. And you know what sex does to the woman? It lowers blood pressure, it lowers cortisol, for all of that. Sometimes you can augment. Some of us are bad girls. You can get some tapes. You know, you can some toys, some things. You can put some games. And it's boring every time. Off light. You don't need to off the light all the time. You know, it's boring. You can go to the kitchen. The children are not there. They've gone to secondary school. Now they've left, so they can't hear their mommy saying that. You know, you're in the kitchen, you know, turning that poundo for him. And then, hey, you know, very light. And then you just do one step down, sharp. Oh, count. Oh, go. So, yeah, I think we should just and then be intentional too. You know what happens with families and marriages in this part of the world? We are chasing so much. You raise children. After the children go to secondary school, we will start chasing dog or pet. I don't know what else we're chasing. See, we are always chasing. See, I'll tell you guys for free. See the African women, me and you black women. In this journey of romance, we did not gain anything. and let us take back our games. We don't do vacations, let me call it babe. You and your neighbor, carry your things one weekend, leave the house, sometimes you finish. You are tired of the house, you're exhausted. Go somewhere. If you're working and you can afford it, tell me, babe, I just feel I need a break, like, oh, doctor, call my name, sir. Put me on the phone, I can tell him. You go to somewhere, sit down. That change of environment. You know, the hotel rooms there, they have a way of, if I walk into a hotel room, especially a very nice one, everywhere is juicy, this road did not come back. Yes. So perimenopausal symptoms is because you have not seen the right environment. So many extreme things, you know? Yeah. And then you are holding hands by the beachside, you're just, forget the big stomach. Wear your bikini now that you can wear it. A time will come when we cannot wear it again. Forget about the beach, whatever. Wear the shorts and come out. Hold hands by the distance. That's rejuvenation and relaxation. Also helps with certain things, okay? And then as women too, let us try to manage these men. Let us not be thinking too many things, too many things. When is your turn? Collect take your own. Simple and short. Think all this whatever. He didn't. He said no. He didn't. He collects no. He collects. He went not. Because those things too, just change your mindset. Get into the yes. Don't be stressful. Okay. So these things too can actually help spice up Ozarm. Okay. But get your lubricants. You don't go wrong on them. Okay. And then for those people who don't have one partner, please. I know that now we are not always. I'm not high about marriage. I know some of us have partners. Please reduce your risk of sexually transmitted infections. You know, the normal thing is, oh, I've started my period, I can go to town, I can do as a guy. And you know, some women, it is when they stop. For women, they now get extreme, their libido increases. Let me tell you why. Now, cruise, no. It's like, last night I can't get pregnant again. Like, let me fire ahead, all the fire, and then not fire. And then they go and get sexually transmitted infections, HIV, so those of us who don't have stable partners, please, if you're not menopausal, you're not seeing your period, and the risk of pregnancy is no more there, please make sure you protect yourself. And overall, hey, please, let's protect our minds, let's protect our bodies, let's protect our heart. And hey, let's keep enjoying. Kudos to EPP and FIDA. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. She actually deserves more than that. Please put your hands together for joy. You know, when you meet a consultant that did a consultancy in a level-headed country, you will know, right? One thing I understand from what Joyce has been saying, at least from the beginning, is that what works for me may not work for her. What works for Irene may not work for her. I have a very good example of that. You know all this, don't eat after 4 o'clock, don't eat rice after 6 o'clock, don't eat beans after 3 p.m. Do you know, for me, I sleep better when I swallow around 9 p.m. Please start for me. Midnight. I don't know, I wanted to ask her, is there an vision inside the garden? Is it not that thing you said we should take to sleep? Maybe it's inside the garden or the vegetable soup. But you know, my soup must not be oily. I hardly do egusi, all those of one kind of soup. Is it that vegetable or okra? And look at the lady that taught me here. I hardly make those other soups. My soup must be vegetable. I swallow 9 p.m. then. And as I swallow, that swallow finish. You are sleeping, no? Till tomorrow, if there is no, you understand? Yes. Thank you, everybody has done so well. Please put your hands together for yourself. Thank you for all the experiences shared, all the comments, all the questions, everything. We enjoyed every bit of it. Thank you. Thank you, Marcel. Please, as I hand over to her to give us some appreciation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for coming, thank you for listening, thank you for sharing everything you have said with us. I really appreciate it. I don't know how to express, and I think this kind of talk shop needs to be, we just need to be having
such kind of email talk once in a while for us to
sometimes you sit down with some group of friends, you talk, and you find out that there are a lot of things that we don't even know. We begin to share ideas, how do you do, this one happen like this, me too, I not took this, and I did that, this one is not good for me, but that one was good for me, just like that, We just need to be, more close for us to share this kind of experience. And I'm so happy, I'm so glad that you came out like this. So thank you so much. But for now, we want to give appreciation to those who, help us, who partner with us, I started just Princess Medical Center. Thank you for partnering with us. Princess Medical Center is at Enderpros by Samali. Please go there and patronize the hospital. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. FIDA Nigeria River State Branch. Thank you. These are our co-hosts. FIDA just too much. They did all this for us. They do everything. FIDA put them in place for us to have this function today. Thank you. This is for Dr. Joyce Okabwa. Thank you so much. Joyce Okabwa, thank you for sharing with us.
So nice. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And this is for Dr. EveafriqueNews. Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you so much. And this is for Chief Dr. Amy Membe-Otaji. He sent his hospital to us and also gave us his doctor. Thank you, this is for your boss. And this is for Adaka Briggs. Our co-host. Why is your take the lights? And we want to appreciate our other partners. We have Wumsi Care Foundation. Wumsi Care, thank you for everything you've done for us, for everyone dying who spent partnering with us for this event. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so why don't we? Cheers. Okay. Thank you. Yes, let me take. I'm coming. Oh. All right, thank you. We also appreciate Mrs. Bola Chodenze Bokmanuel, my sister-in-law, for your support to all these events. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you, Bola, for enjoying the first party. We say thank you. We have Davis Timba, our moderator. Thank you so much, sir. We also have Tapunekwemi Life Judge. Thank you for your support. Thank you. Take. Thank you. Take. We also have my darling younger sister as our partner, Makioba. Makioba is not here, but I'll take this for her. Okay, we also have Trebien events. Trebien events also have an event since the day before yesterday. She's one of our major partners, so I'll take this for her as well. Okay, we also want to thank Chef Max. He's not here. Amy, please can you take this for Chef Max? It's one of our partners as well. My friend is in the house. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, we also have for Port Harcourt Crystal Lions. They are not here. I'll keep this for them too. Port Harcourt Crystal Lions. We also have one of our media partners, EveafriqueNews magazine and news. They're already here going live. I want to tell them thank you. Thank you, EveafriqueNews. Always coming through for us. So thank you so much. I do appreciate everyone who has come to share with us. God bless you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much for that closing remarks. Everything that has been really also has an end. Yes, so we'll have our closing prayers before we have a photo session. So can you lead us in Bishop's closing prayer? Thank you.
Huge success. Thank you that there was no incident that caused any harm. Thank you that we learned. Thank you that everyone that planned, everything went well. Thank you so much because you made everything perfect. We enjoyed ourselves today. Lord, we ask that you perfect it because you're the only one that can perfect it all. So many people have questions that we cannot answer, but Lord, we ask that you help them with the right answers. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you. Can we please take pictures? Yes. Okay, so. Please, can we take pictures, please? Let's all the speakers.